bunch of loot and the game just crashed.
Was that 3 different snapshot logos I just saw on your desktop?
Oh my god.
Yeah, 3 different versions.
Yeah, 3? That's weird. Because I'm only tracking 2.
There was a patch. There was
There was a patch.
Oh.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Good cover, good cover.
Yeah, this is way too bright.
No, there was a patch. Trust me, I made it myself.
Look at that.
Okay. Oh, was that a dev that just answered me? I thought I was talking to Arctics.
I have so many hand grenades.
Yes,
Alex has my back. What's up, dude?
What is it?
Are there grenades yet? No.
No,
Alex, can
I will say weapon swapping needs to be faster. Definitely faster.
Alex, can I just go in and reduce the blow?
The
It
game,
is, but I wish I could set it to cube faster.
the time that you guys have in this, the game feels great.
Yeah, for real. I thought like shooting a wooden table would be so satisfying.
Back in again.
Like,
Okay, no, the most satisfying part in the hideout,
incredible,
you
dude.
like shoot the tuna cans and they explode and disappear. It's like a little game.
Yep.
What was that?
Can shooting?
I see you shooting from above.
Who was that was camping in the window that I killed before my game crashed?
Oh, I hit you with the rifle.
Holy fucking... This guy's head glitching.
Yeah, I had that happen to me once too.
Head glitching. Seriously.
I think the bullets come out of her
I'd rather
nose.
kill myself than
I bet you
the
won't
guy kill
peek.
me.
I bet you won't peek. Alright, bitch, you didn't peek.
Big. Just a little big. Don't be shy.
The guy's at two health because I hit him with 330s. So
The bullets that come out of the pistol are way off.
They are.
they're supposed to be.
Especially
It's a mid-range to short-range weapon.
The rifle D
It
is
seems too inaccurate though.
It's not.
Inconsistent.
Yeah.
The rifle D has bad sights and
bad sight, but it's overpowered when it comes to firefighter at long range.
I have a serious question.
it's supposed to be the DMR.
Which one are you talking about? Oh, the DMR? Yeah.
Yeah, the DMR
Go ahead.
kicks ass.
Question for you guys.
I don't like the DMR.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Do you want bullets to literally come out of the end of the barrel, or do you want them to hit the center of the screen?
Come out of the barrel.
Mike. All right. I think now you can hear me. Why did that open? Go away. All right. Got that running. Got that. New snap. Snap. Dot. Dead. Oops. Dead. Drop. All right. Doing the new snapshot of dead drop. I should have did this beforehand, but I got excited. There we go. Alrighty. Resume. Oh. Get off of that. Is there fall damage? Woo. Oh, there is fall damage now. Well, we learned that. Oh, need a gun. Grab a gun. Anything else I can grab? No. Alright. Hold on. Can I use this? Nope. Let's go party time. Alright, I don't know how to play the multiplayer yet, but apparently it is multiplayer. I'm surprised at how much they've done since the last time they updated it. This is all they had. So now I just gotta find, I guess I gotta go maybe down here to get to the thing? What's this? This is new. That wasn't there before. Okay. That's nothing. Lovely. Okay. You know, I probably could have just asked, but I guess we'll find out. Okay, I don't know how to do this. My mic might be a little bit too loud, so I apologize if it is. Alright. Well, shit. Looks like I just gotta go back up. Oh, I don't want that to start. Crap, I didn't mean that. I wanted that to come down. Crap, I don't think there's a button for that to come down. Alrighty, let's go up. I don't know how to... how do I get to the multiplayer? Guessing it's in here. I mean, I would think it's like using this car or something, you know? Like, you get in the car and you can drive over there. Is there another menu? Settings, return home. Okay. Alright. Well, I'm dead again. Rip. Give me the gun. Not very fast. Okay. Let's see here. Let's join chat. Maybe that will help. Where are you?
Where, like, as you loot different guns, it'll check them
Hey.
off. That way you know that, like, oh, I haven't gotten all the guns yet, or there's still a gun I haven't found yet, or something like that. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I have a question. How do you start?
Comic. I hope I got it.
Oh, what a third party. That guy sucks.
How do you start playing? Oh crap! Why am I muted?
Wasn't me, by the way. Just
Come on, that's okay. That's bullshit.
Who
I should
ran
be able
down
to
the
hear that guy
staircase
walk.
chasing
that
two
guy
people
who
with
killed
a
me while I'm
shotgun?
looting? Fuck you.
That
Because
might have been me.
I didn't hear your
The
footsteps
full auto
at all.
shotgun.
me.
I literally did
Oh
not
my
hear you at all.
god! That was so annoying because I chased that guy for like a minute and then I got killed right when I killed him.
Yeah, that's.
What the
Let's see,
shit?
video, audio settings. Of course,
Rip
nothing's going
me
right.
up.
Oh, it's weird. I can hear the footsteps when I'm in like the vertical areas and hear them very well, but when I'm in like the regular platforms, I can't hear them.
Wow.
I think
Well, there goes my AR. That was my last one.
Oh, there we go.
No way,
Time
I
to
fell
go
through the
back
map.
and get more.
Hey, how do you guys start?
I never played Tarkov.
I
Well, I
know.
mean, I did, but like,
No, how do you guys get in the multiplayer?
dude, I want to get into it so bad.
Play.
The problem with Tarkov for me
Hello?
is
Somebody to
it's
show me who's like not going
way
to run through
too
everything.
slow for me.
You guys hear me?
I told you I would do it, Arctics.
It feels slow, but when it gets your fucking adrenaline pumping, like I can't like just stop that game and then go to
Oh
bed.
yeah,
I don't know.
no, it's
I'm
definitely
like-
got to be.
I can feel my blood pressure in my eyes when I'm
She's like ready to lift up a house.
Well,
Can anybody hear me?
Stupid realistic.
Tab, you hit tab and then you queue from tab when you're in the player hideout.
Ah, thank you.
Yeah.
I still have yet
I
to
don't know
find
if
a
you can hear me,
golden
Dak, because I did say that when you asked the first time.
There's a bunch of people
Oh,
talking. I wasn't
I
sure. I couldn't really hear.
I see y'all changed the rifle. You went with the regular Stagnac, so it's a straight mag now. I just noticed that.
I
Here
won.
we go.
Hey,
Going in.
let's go.
All right.
Oh
now,
shit!
yeah.
I have all my shot. Oh.
How do they
So I haven't
Uh-oh.
experienced it yet.
free
What happens if you don't extract when the timer runs out and you're not the last player? Do you just stay in until there's
That's what
one
just happened
person
with me.
standing?
I don't think I made it to the actual extraction point, but it.
You lose.
I mean,
The burst
unless
pistol.
they died.
You lose all your stuff in your backpack.
But I got a victory and I didn't kill the last person. Well, nor do I think I was.
No,
found
what
out
could
the
happen-
extraction point.
Did they kill themselves?
Yeah, what can happen is if there's two people, one person can extract, and you are the winner.
Right,
Yeah,
but
or-
what about if there's like 4 people left when the timer goes out
Oh my goodness.
All
and
die.
nobody extracted? You all
You all
die.
die. Worth
You
it.
all die.
Also,
Worth
someone could die from fall damage or something.
I just killed somebody who was
Yeah.
looting. I'm
Exactly.
So
sorry.
Yeah.
Killed
then
somebody
I
who-
feel
you could pull a
right
Lolo,
in
you know?
believing that I should fear the timer.
Just reminder.
Oh,
1
I got a
minute.
kill.
Stream.
He's the fall of that.
Oh shit!
Just a reminder.
God.
What? Oh god, I'm gonna die.
The stream starting in like less than a
Oh
minute.
my god, please.
Yes,
Oh,
less than
okay,
a minute.
that
Everybody
was-
stream starting. Do you have any questions or
I have lost everything.
feedback for the dev team?
I've
On the
lost
stream, please.
everything.
Please submit it.
Ooh, hey.
What's
yeah.
the what?
You just got butt shot me.
Are you streaming?
Is this stream gonna be on Twitch or YouTube?
It's on
on
both.
YouTube and Twitch.
If you don't want to watch ads, go to YouTube. I mean, they'll have ads too, but
Go to YouTube.
Not
Wait,
Not
why
like
is it
that.
on
Not like Twitch
ban
ads.
Doc.
Hey, listen, all right, Twitch Prime. I accept it.
Twitch Prime.
ad block,
Twitch Prime.
ad block.
Purple
We're
snake.
creator code Arctics.
Purple snake.
Okay.
Use creator code Arctic.
Man.
I like how you stalk some people and they just don't hear you coming up behind them.
Is anyone else in here gonna play Half-Life 2 VR?
All right.
What a random question.
Yeah, that was.
What?
Yeah, man, maybe. Shit.
Hello?
Okay.
I'm really excited about the new game that they're coming out with that's like Stray, but you're a raccoon. And you get to,
Yes.
like eat garbage.
Oh wow.
What?
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 Yeah.
Instead of
It's
yelling and
rated.
pushing robots over, you eat
Alright.
garbage.
Tell me more.
You know, that
You eat
actually sounds
garbage.
really cool.
It's
Yeah.
like everything I've ever wanted in a game.
What's it
It's
called?
like Toy Story 4 and
It's
fucking
a-
Spork.
It's a better version of the cat game.
This
Holy
guy
shit.
had
The
2
fact that it was
DMRs.
Amazing. That was
Yes.
a really good game.
I heard it was really short though.
Big
It was
cyberpunk guy.
But like I
Where's
took my
the-
time. It took me 4 days.
Oh,
4:30.
okay, that's not
Oh,
too bad.
nice.
That's
Should be
enjoyable.
starting.
But being a
Wait, where-
raccoon would be awesome.
Where is
Midnight
the
Society.
channel? I'm looking at Midnight Society. I don't show it on YouTube. Weird.
I killed him?
Or is Doc just streaming it?
Here, I will post it in conspiracy theory.
Remember, they're having a an actual watch
Got a
party.
comic.
Yeah, there's like a watch party.
There's an
is-
actual watch party Arctics that they.
Yeah.
There's
It's
both.
under Midnight Society category.
Yeah, and if you go up above, there's the watch party.
Should we be? Are we going
Yes.
up there?
I'm moving to the watch party because.
But we're all gonna be muted automatically, right?
No.
Oh, I'm
That's
mute.
thunder. Did you guys hear that? That was loud as wow.
I didn't hear anything, but yeah, no. So,
So,
but make sure if you guys
hold
have any feedback, please let them know.
Oh, it's live. Stream's live. 30 minutes. We got 30 minutes.
All right.
Here we
It
go.
is-
We're live.
You posted it where?
Oh, did the stream go live for a countdown?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
It's
a
called
30-minute
Trash
countdown.
Panda? Oh my god.
So that means I get to
That's
keep
the
on playing.
perfect name.
Is
30
this on
minute
Steam?
countdown? Ugh.
Yeah,
You
I
do
backed out
something
of the
with
game
this
for that
number,
too.
I just have it up on like another
It's
screen.
still, we still got 30 minutes, it shows.
What's
I
with
mean,
the
yeah,
sound in
they
this
said
game?
They
Three
said it starts at
specific.
3. And if they extend it, you guys know the rules.
Kidding.
If we get another timer after this 28-minute timer's up, you know what to do.
Yeah, don't forget, if the teacher shows up to class late and they're gone for 5 minutes past the clock, you can leave.
You take a shot. That's what the rules were.
Can you do
Or
something
y'all
with
decided
this
last
number
Pacific
10?
Coast people.
I don't have any available, so I can't. But I
Man,
will.
I got this comic in my stash, but I have no idea what the hell it's about.
It's a collectible.
I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
but like, what is it?
It's just a collectible. There's nothing to do with it.
See, what I'm hoping is with the magazines, there's
Bragging
lore in
rights?
them.
Is
Oh,
what?
no way. Now I have
Lore.
my guns in the
Like they put
hideout.
lore, like
Yeah, that would be
Like,
really
You
cool.
survived that.
like a comic, but it's lore.
Oh, no way. So now that I actually have guns in my inventory, I can actually do the shooting range with the
Excuse
other
me?
guns.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, you guys
Oh,
extend with you when
okay.
you extract.
Oh
Yeah, so early on when we were putting the snapshot together and discussing a bunch of things, one of the things which kind of came naturally was, and it was something that I kind of really wanted to make sure we had, was when you're matchmaking, you're actually able to do stuff. And you know, that's why we have the flow setup it is, where you go into the hideout and you matchmake from there. Because the last thing that I want is having to, you know, force people to sit there watching your character idle while you're,
Hey!
you know, in a matchmaking.
Hey, Smoke.
queue.
Sorry.
So
I'm under attack.
Because that gets pretty boring.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm muted. Okay. How's it going? Sorry.
I
I'm
used
just
to
muted.
watch kind of
Figuring
Tarkov
out.
streamers and like sitting there watching them
Oh, there he
matchmake
is.
for 5 minutes is like probably got to be the
Yeah.
Oh, I hit him for
horrible
113.
watcher and streamer experience, because there's
Yeah, it's like
Woo,
like
how you doing?
They're
dead
forced
air.
to create
see, it's,
content that's not the game while they're waiting, basically.
Already able
It
to
is,
be
it's pretty
downloaded,
rough sitting
but
there
they
in silence
still
sometimes.
doing the wait hours
Yeah.
and hours before
It's
we
pretty
show.
rough.
So
I see. I
we
see.
we want to provide a bunch of things that you can do in the hideout to
I don't know what that is.
fill that void. Although we hope that we're.
I
At the
also
point where
don't know
we're
how to
matchmaking
get
is
out of
never
here.
Something that you have to spend time filling air with.
I'm not sure how
Like
to.
what
to get
is it? The
helicopter? Is
cycle?
that- oh, what?
Amazing at the drop in. Like as soon as you load
Right?
or say
Oh
that you
my
want to
God.
go in, you're dropping in. It's so nice.
Game crushed.
How do I put this here?
Yeah, I think that the problem starts coming
do I-
when you have a wider variety of options
it's
presented
inventory?
to people
There we
and
go.
what they want to matchmake into.
There we go.
Like if you only have one option,
No.
then it's not like getting a highly populated queue is not a big problem. But if you have like, oh, I want to go
That's what I'm
in,
talking about.
you know,
Having
3
good,
people in this
been
map, at
growing
this
mushrooms.
time
Oh,
of day
nice.
conditions, like
It's
all
good,
of those things, it starts
good to see the
becoming harder and
progress.
harder to get
My
people together.
download has an hour. What for
See,
this?
in this snapshot, it's perfect because you get
Jeez.
no time of day, no
An
weather
hour.
conditions, no nothing. You just get to shoot people in literally a blank slate.
This map right here would be perfect.
Well, I guess I
Break
mean you could.
rules. Have,
You don't have to worry about
Well, like I said earlier,
the
original
what is it?
plan
The
for
video's
this
about to
was,
start
a
anyway,
1v1
so I
though.
guess you can just watch that video and then play it whenever he's back. Maybe I don't know.
I'm glad it wasn't.
That storm
Sucks that it's taking so
completely
long.
knocked out my power and
Luckily,
scared me.
mine didn't take too long. I do have
Oh,
1,000 up
no.
and 1,000
Not
down.
cool.
So
I was like, hey, what's
I
that?
don't,
And that's
does this
it.
make me
That's all I got.
make me more buff? Is
What-
that
what
what
was
this is
I
for?
saying?
Just got into my first fight.
You're
That was
saying you're
cool.
getting knocked the fuck out.
No, I was asking Allison about the
Healing
game.
station. What?
That guy took so many shotgun blasts before he
Nice.
died.
Trash Panda. That's it. That's what it's called. It's on Steam, right?
Wait, what? Oh, it's just this.
That video
Or,
ain't starting soon. Oh, what is it?
Yes.
Oh yeah, half hour.
Are you
They
kidding me?
said,
That's amazing.
and then it'll be like another half hour.
No, I was
I see
following
somebody
that,
trying to get out. I'm about
There's
to kill
a
him.
yo. There's a demo.
I was following a guy who's making a like the squirrel shooter game. That looks like a blast.
I feel like I'm
There it
hearing
is.
Oh, that
people, but
that
I
game
just
looks
don't know.
so cool.
Oh, you're in Toronto. Hey, before
Who I'm hearing?
before in this channel. Oh, he's in the other channel.
Shit together
Trash
this
Panda.
time,
You go
but I
around
gotta-
Canada.
I would
and
hope they
eat
had their
trash.
shit together.
What a game.
Well, I mean, everything. It's like all. Nothing's
Actually,
complete.
Toronto is the
What are
raccoon
these things
capital
mean?
of North America.
Is it really? I actually
Yes.
didn't know that.
Oh,
We have a.
I am.
okay.
I'm a Torontonian.
They also
Oh,
have
you
black
are.
squirrels in Canada, or Toronto as well, right, Alex?
Make sure I check.
What's this? Sorry, Allison.
The squirrels
Like,
are
the
all
containers
black
have nothing good in them, but like
Toronto.
finding the random guns
and
just
in
chilling.
Georgia in the south, they're all brown. Have you noticed that?
Oh, that's cool.
They're
I didn't know that.
And they're
yeah,
huge.
some are
What are
black
these
and they're
marks? Is
but
that
we have gray
extraction?
squirrels as well.
They're
in
gray, yeah.
Southern Ontario.
Yeah, we get some gray ones in Jersey too.
So
I just
I'll
remember
throw-
visiting a few times and being like, whoa, because they're pretty big there too, in Toronto.
Those
all up in the
peoples
trash.
are too small, can't even hide in them.
we have
That's
a few
true, right?
raccoons in the Keys where
It's
we're
very.
from. Little islands in South.
Well, I
Florida.
mean, you know, they're still building it out.
Oh, you're in
Is
South
there
There
not-
might be like glass or something
Yeah,
up here.
yeah.
Nice.
I'm from
Maybe.
there. I was born and raised in the Keys.
Nice.
And we
nice.
Maybe
have
something like that.
in the Keys.
Florida, South Florida.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know how to extract though.
Is this
That's...
supposed to be music in? Like, if you're in a multiplayer match, is it supposed to be music? Like, sometimes playing?
Hey, why do we got people working
That's
together?
the stream you probably have up in the
Yeah.
back line.
Yeah, it's probably the Midnight Society stream.
There is no
I feel dumb.
music
I feel dumb, no.
inside the actual.
Maybe if I go to the helicopter, I'll
That's
try.
alright.
That's actually-
It's a little
that's
mistake because I
actually what I
didn't
am.
notice it
Can I jump
until
to the-
you mentioned
okay,
it.
okay.
And I was like, oh wait, is there
Going
actually
for it.
music
I'm
playing?
going for it.
No, yeah, that's the stream.
I'm gonna try to get this build
Can I
going on the
extract?
stream deck. I had to
Not
do
this
some
way.
like
I feel like it's those things, maybe.
all kinds of modifications to get the chaos textures to work.
What's this?
The guy. just
Classified.
killed
Hey, luckily
freaking
there's not many
running away from
textures
me.
in the actual lobbies. So
No, it loads all
okay.
the textures, but anything that's using the Unreal Chaos thing they don't load normally like the default way on the Stream Deck for some reason.
Okay, it's just a model.
I
Got it, just a
gonna
model.
engage these guys from in between them because I like to die.
I'm in a game where there's people teaming already. The 3-man roaming around.
Teaming.
Bastards.
Whoever just started a game, you're getting owned.
No way. He landed one shot on me and I died.
I don't even have a gun. I know I'm gonna
Right.
You're gonna walk up to
You
one of
can
them,
feel it
take
in
the
your
gun from
bones.
them, and kill his teammate.
Be cool if
I
I could
wish-
like punch people.
I wish listed and downloaded the demo to this Trash Panda game. I'm excited.
Is there a plan to test out melee combat? Is there even gonna be melee combat? Oh yeah, 'cause
I'm
I've seen
sure.
bats and
Down the road.
Can you
there will
imagine
be.
if melee was an engaged instance where you you press a button and it's like a Pokemon battle, and then you have to like outbeat the person in like button combos?
Everybody's glitching.
So we've talked a bunch about melee, especially recently.
Victory somehow.
Some of it more jokingly than others, but it's definitely on the plan. Right now, getting guns going is more important to us
Alright.
than adding bad melee.
okay.
Bad.
Hopefully there's no lunge.
I'm not sure how I extracted, but I extracted. Or is there just a time limit?
You probably crashed, got booted to menu.
Oh, it
There's-
said I could
so
take items.
After 8 minutes, that's when extractions are available, and 4 minutes after that is game over. If you have not gotten out by that time, you get murdered.
Unless it was you and one other person, then you get lucky.
Yeah.
Oh man. That was loud.
Oh man, oh man.
I just got victory without extracting.
Yeah,
Same.
That's what,
So
I,
it must have
that's
been
what I
you and one
literally do.
person.
That's
Somebody
I
could have
literally
fallen into their
stash.
death. Somebody
I
could have
literally go
extracted.
hiding crates. Hiding crates, just wait for everybody to extract it and win.
Well, you're that guy.
No,
There was
not
one
that guy, I'm
there was one
joking.
play test that we did last week where I went into a match and then I was looking into like some debug logs or something on the back end of the server, and I didn't move my character at all the whole match, and I ended up getting the dead drop.
It was really funny because we were all
Nice.
trying so hard to get it, and then he just won.
Maybe I hit extraction. Maybe I.
I
thought it just said execute.
You don't think of it, that the dead drop
But
animation.
all right,
for the
I
logo,
got
that'd be
some
a cool
stash
thing.
though. That's cool.
Little VFX.
Sorry, could you repeat that? It's hard to hear.
Sorry, I'm not in my studio, so I have like this $15 mic. It's awful. The dead drop logo animation, like that was used during the reveal. That'd be a great victory animation, I think.
Oh.
I can't wait until I see it so I can get that dead drop.
Are you getting one, dude? Let's go.
Interesting.
Somebody linked a really cool video for somebody who's made a dead drop neon.
Wish I could drag it over.
Right? That sign looks so
right
cool.
left. So right and left mouse button.
That was
Kind of,
Helmet Fire that made it.
different.
Actually, he's in the server.
Yeah.
Oh, he did the.
Maybe I could do one more.
The helmet, right? Yeah.
I modeled the logo for the video I posted on Twitter. I modeled it today, or no, yesterday in Element 3D.
Maybe I can kill
Hardcore
somebody.
Stray Sprinter.
No, I got some guns.
Oh, that guy was so low. My animation shows me running with the AR in one hand. From my shadow.
Yeah, I'm watching your stream right now. Yeah.
I think I just crashed.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, I think I'm getting the weapon tiers and colors memorized.
You know too.
I need a healing station.
Now you got me wanting to play the hack game.
Stray? It's a great game.
Oh my god, I love that game so much.
Yeah. Yeah, I finished it. It was a really good game.
So
And I want to play it so bad because I'm a big Cyberpunk guy.
The beginning was super sad.
Yeah, I know when the. Oh my god.
I
The first
know.
part.
Yeah.
It's not co-op. It's solo.
You-
Oh,
you-
that's the second time
You
it
would just
kicked me
have
out
to
mid-match.
time like a queue and see if you guys get in the same queue.
Just kick me straight to the main menu. That's
Did it do it to all of us at once?
Yeah, it did it to me early, like
Yeah,
not
it
that
did
long
that,
ago.
did that to me right now.
Did I lose my weapon? Aw, that sucks.
Y'all are probably in the same game.
I didn't lose my weapon when it happened.
Who was on the
Well, the
second from
weapon
top
I
floor?
went in with I kept, but everything I had I lost.
Oh, that sucks.
Or I'll post the if you didn't
Alright.
see the video that I made.
I'm in. I just got in, so
Yeah, I'm in. I'm in too.
let me fight
Pretty
you.
good. A lot of people.
I hear
Oh,
you.
I never realized how nice the clouds
The
look.
Dead Drop logo came out.
Oh,
Oh, I killed myself.
Whoa!
There we go.
I saw that.
You saw that?
Yeah. It happened.
I didn't even know I killed that guy that was all the way in the bottom.
I may or may not have fallen to my death
And the
like
guy that was
second
still
game.
on top was one tap.
Alright, last game of the stream.
Come here. Hey, did you steal my kill? Ah!
Yeah.
You stole
You're
my
super
kill.
close, and you can fall off pretty easily.
Because I jumped.
Yeah. No, it happens.
I was trying to get the movement down.
Wow, what was that guy shooting me with?
Because you can like move faster like this.
Ooh. Thank you.
See, Neptune, all that Destiny 2 you've got me playing now. I'm like thinking, man, it'd be cool to have that.
Hell
checklist
yeah.
for items.
Right?
It's
what is that? Is that
wild
the
how
LMG?
useful that is.
It is the LMG. Oh yeah, so actually this is a great time. I have the LMG. You see the front sight, which is a little like pin. You see a ring, and then you see the rear sight, which is the Y. The rear sight's not used at all when you ADS.
I will be right back.
Your character just kind of guesses where it should go. Which, I mean, it's still accurate. Like, I can land shots with it.
Yeah, yeah. No, I see what you're saying.
Alright, time to be another dangerous person.
I hate how these bullets, you can't tell if they're hitting or not. On some of them. It's like ghost bullets on some.
What? Took a whole headshot.
The first gun, I really hope they changed the iron sight. It's hard to tell where you're shooting.
Night sights
the
are pretty
guns
precise
are
for
gonna
most of them.
change
So if you want to know exactly where your bullet's going to go, if you ADS, just watch where your reticle from hip firing lands, and that's where the bullet will go.
You guys are doing that. It's funny.
What?
With their shots there.
Hey Sabine, how you doing? Hope you're doing well.
I did that with the SMG earlier. Then a guy killed me with a shotgun.
I had a game earlier.
This is a new
there was
game,
like
not even
8
out
of
yet.
us just sitting and like standing in a circle shooting at the ceiling.
What?
Yeah. We're all standing together. We're just like everybody's shooting, then we all ran.
need a heal
and no one shot
station.
each other. We
Counted
all looked at
bullets.
each other, and we all looked like one guy looked up, and the rest of us started shooting at where he's shooting.
Damn, I just
That's
killed
hilarious.
one person.
Yeah, so this is just a
I
snapshot.
found
The
a
game's
guy
not even
that
out yet.
didn't have
Not even in beta.
a weapon, and I just
How
kind
are
of
you
let him
doing,
run
Sabine?
away.
I'm in Miami,
That was my
drawing
second
on a
game
couch.
that happened.
Oh, nice.
Without aim assist is embarrassing.
I loved Miami when I was
It's
there.
difficult, isn't it?
Right now.
I'd be at the beach.
You have to use your keyboard for inventory management still too, because that's not keybinded or
Can't loot
keybound.
this backpack. This backpack is unlootable.
Oh my god, LMG is destroying people. Give me your money.
Wait, who? Are you streaming? Whoever said the backpack's unlootable?
I am. Cybervoid.
Yeah,
At the very top. Let's see if I can get back to it.
Oh,
Got this backpack right here.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Do I have to like get one from my hideout? The first time I loaded.
Yeah, you have to go back and get it.
I wonder if we were in the same game, if
Yeah,
I could loot
that
it.
still always be there.
I wonder if it's only bugged out for you.
Oh yeah, that's a good. Are you guys in the same match?
That's. I mean, we could
shotgun.
We could try to find out, and I could see if I could loot it. Where are you at?
It most likely didn't put you in the same lobby.
Oh, really? Okay.
Jeez, 3 body shots with a revolver, it's not worth it. I don't like it.
Yeah, it shoots too slow, in my opinion.
For range, though, it's really good because it does a lot of damage accurately.
Oh god, no way you start shooting me as soon as I see someone.
How many shots you need to hit with the gun?
Are you winning? Yeah, I won.
Cooler when he says it.
There's not that many people playing because it's only the
If I said
founders.
that, it wouldn't sound
And
as
there's
cool.
only 10,000 of us right now.
Tell me I'm wrong.
So.
Not drinking enough vodka.
So I got a question for you guys. For the devs, okay, have you guys actually played your game yet?
Yeah, they
got-
talked about how they
Yes.
played it in dock.
We
I
play it
was like
every day.
destroying them one
Oh, you
time.
play it every day? Okay.
It's like an extraction
Got
I was
game.
gonna
so-
say,
gun
like,
from
you
007.
can't like make a game and not play.
I was afraid I was
Yeah.
Why?
not
Play it every day.
gonna make that.
Some of us are better
So-
than others.
Yeah, so like myself.
Wait, so who's the best one out of all of you?
Yeah. Have you guys 1v1 each other?
We want the
Hard
stats.
to say who's the best.
Who has the title?
Yeah.
Who's
Heard the
around
story
at the
where
moment?
Doc,
Who's
you
the
guys
best
didn't
one?
know Doc was playing and you're wondering who was destroying everybody?
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
Yeah, I was telling them about that, Allison.
Yeah, we were trying to test out some bugs, and so we all huddled up in what was it, the shipping hub area, and someone just kept shooting at us, and we're like, what? Like, we said not to shoot. We said not to kill each other, and then we're like, what the hell? So we tried to kill him, but he ended up just wiping us out. It was so
I need to get
embarrassing.
heals.
Oh my god, some random guy.
There's a heal right there.
Okay.
Way over there.
Question.
Oh, I have a question.
Stash.
As
I
far
don't
as
know
as far as playing the game, you know, we do, especially when we're coming towards the end of a snapshot, we're playing the game daily as a group, doing reviews, and with the whole push to get multiplayer and matchmaking in, you know, we were testing that component of it a lot.
Collecting all the thingies. I know. It's
But
gonna
like
be a
someone
problem
like
for me.
myself, because of my, you know,
collection
non-game
problem.
player role, even during a playtest, I'm kind of more watching what's going on and keeping an eye on, like, is the server not exploding or anything like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if anybody knows, but is the UI designer position still available?
I think they hired somebody for that, for UI.
Oh, did
UX.
they?
Well, I believe we have a spot up for a UI UX designer.
Oh my god, I'm alive.
Oh, okay.
That'd just be you, Arctics.
Me? Oh, I don't do UI. I do VFX.
Same difference.
Some animation.
There's a I saw a VFX one that was open.
I do video editing. I do all kinds of stuff. I do a lot.
I do a lot of things.
No, I just love UI and menus. I just need to get my portfolio together. I was gonna apply, but I lost a bunch of it, so it's like trying to track it down.
I hear you.
I kind of feel that.
See, the one thing
So,
that's
question about the
nice-
stash.
Oh, hey,
The stack numbers, will that just infinitely go up and up? Like, is there a limit?
I found a bag just chilling on the ground. I don't know if it's the same one.
I think it will go until your client crashes. We haven't really tested how high it goes.
Okay.
I'll let you
Cool.
know. I'll take a screenshot of what I all got when it crashes.
Hey,
in
was
discussion though.
was that bag that you couldn't loot underneath like a bridge? Like an.
No, that's just a dead player.
No, I know, but there's one that, you know, you couldn't loot.
Are you seriously gonna like try to max out an integer number?
Yeah, it was a backpack, but I could loot. I was just chilling there, so I didn't know if it was that one.
Of memory, like.
I mean, I'm going to every
Oh my
box that's
God.
find. Every
It'd take
box.
forever.
Listen here, guys. Some people don't have lives, alright? That'd be me.
That's a life.
Does anybody realize when you shoot those electrical pipes that they like static?
Yeah. You can shoot the lights in the
What would
UV
you do if
too,
it
it's
just
really
wraps around?
Just like
Goes back to zero.
I guess I'm
I'd
playing.
actually be very mad.
I just keep playing.
I'd be like, I've
Until
been
it
robbed.
doesn't wrap around.
I hear somebody scurrying feet. Where are you?
See,
Stay away from me.
Really interesting is
Give me your
if
stuff.
it wraps around and it just deletes everything.
I really want to keep this comic book though.
I've been looking for life this whole
so what
time. I have
inspired
3
that?
HP.
What
Oh, it took
inspired
me
the
forever to
comic?
find life too. Oh, where are you? I can help you out with that.
Yeah, no.
I
don't
can get
want
you
to
full
help
life
you
real
load.
quick.
So do you
Yeah,
guys
guys,
have
I'm gonna
areas
hop
that you
off.
loot?
The stream starts in 5 minutes, so.
Yeah, yeah.
Have a good one.
Have a good one.
Don't be a stranger.
I'll be around. I'll be around
Alright.
for the meet and greet and the play with devs later too. So we can play together.
Wait, what?
I'll probably hop off and come back on after
That's
the
a th-
videos
oh.
playing or whatever.
We'll have to get a
Play with
Tarkies.
devs. Ooh.
A full-on Tarky squad.
That's gonna
See
be
ya.
fun.
Later.
Yep.
Hey,
See ya. Oh, she's already gone.
Look, guys.
Bye.
We're all like, bye. She's already gone.
It's the thought that counts.
I'm gonna watch.
Alright. Is one of the devs still in here? Are they
Yes.
Yep, I'm here.
Alright.
I
So
hear
I got one
someone.
quick question. Okay. What inspired the comic? Just to throw that in there. Is it just somebody just threw an idea like, oh sure, yeah, we'll throw that in there, or there's something more to that? Kind of digging for the lore a little bit.
There is a bunch to it. Where it exactly is going to land, I don't know at this exact point. But as in terms of war, there are so many things that are in flight right now that are kind of going through a lot of different people's minds. That all you're seeing right now is a tiny slice of everything that's a possibility. Yeah, not to be vacuous with that response, but like we have so many things in flight in terms of where we're going with like itemization and how that itemization works into the lore of everything. That I've been so
Perfect timing for the
know,
video to
head in the
start.
sand trying to get multiplayer
Be
that
honest.
I barely get a chance to pay attention to most of it.
Okay, I've got a question for you. Are you guys planning, do you know, like, of any features that would absolutely require you to have, like, a solid-state drive? Like, as far as
So-
quickly loading massive amounts of content, you know what I mean?
So right now, we don't have, when you're playing any kind of battle royale, you load into a common area,
Put my stuff
and
in
then
there.
after everyone's loaded, you get kicked into the spawns. We don't have that. We've talked about having that sort of staged, managed approach to getting into the game.
All right, I'm gonna start the video because it's supposed to start like now.
I actually think
But-
that would be a mistake for this game.
Well, and that's kind of part of the but I was saying. Like we don't know exactly how we want to do that. But if we were going to do it, what we would actually do is more than likely we'd load everybody in to the level, so everyone has the resources loaded. But you wouldn't be able to see everyone like in PUBG or Fortnite. There'd be a screen that just basically hid everything, so everyone got a chance to load. Even people who have slow connections and slow drives, all that jazz, and then everything starts, fade from black, like we do now.
For a second there.
Hey, it's starting in a minute, guys.
1 minute.
Hey.
Unless the timer restarts again.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be a minute.
Yeah, it's always a possibility.
I got
Hey, I'm
so
up for
drunk
this
because
right
of that last time. I was like, I'm gonna drink and play this,
yes.
and then it kept on. I was like, no! And I got so drunk by the time I forget who was. It was upsetting because I was like, how do I get the snapshot? And they're like, oh my god, dude. Like,
Yeah.
Is it me or is there like a lot more people like around for this snapshot?
Yeah. Also,
Yeah,
the
especially
other,
in the Discord.
the other group is like the official watch party, so. Just wait about it.
Yeah, but this one had the devs in it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back on top for
I am still here.
watch Eternal.
all right, we're gonna watch this, everybody.
Here we go, boys.
Heck yeah.
Let's go.
I'm gonna teach all the devs about Wii Squad to put you on.
Had to mute, man.
I'm gonna put you on point there, Declan.
All right, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll be back.
Because
There we go.
Welcome to Snapshot 2 of Dead Drop.
Oh.
We're finally here. It's been a long journey to get to this point. I can't believe how much we've accomplished in such a short amount of time. And of course, I'm joined here with Becca Miller, Quindo Hoyo, my partner in crime, co-founder of Midnight Society. And we are so excited to drop Snapshot 2 on you guys. I know a lot of variants have already been playing it since noon. Now is our time to run through everything that you can expect from this snapshot, give you a little insight on the process, a little insight on the feedback, little taste of everything, hear from members across the entire spectrum of the team. What are you guys excited for today, guys?
But what are we not excited for? I mean, I'm excited for just being able to play multiplayer, competitive multiplayer against other people, the founders. Go in there, do some looting, do some scooting, do some sneaking around, do some shooting, all that kind of stuff. So I'm feeling pretty hyped about it. I don't know. What do you think, Becca?
Are you actually going to be shooting people? I was just going to hide out in a container somewhere.
I'm going to try.
You can try it, Mike. Come find me.
That's the key word, try. I've been watching people stream it all day, and I am not looking forward to getting in there. We've been playing the playtest. I'm like, I'm holding my own in the playtest, and watching these people already mastering the core movement that's in there. I'm getting a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie.
Shout out to Melly Belly.
Owned it. I owned it.
Oh yeah, I was watching her play earlier. I watched her first drop in. But so now that we're here, let's take a look back at what it took to get from Snapshot 1 to Snapshot 2. Welcome to the first ever variant founder event for Midnight Society.
I wish I could have made it.
Live!
I mean, we did get to watch.
Who's ready to know the final
Hey,
name
Arctic!
of the day?
We got to actually, somebody was streaming
What
it
we're
live
doing
from their
here
phone, so we got to
has
see the
never
line.
been
That was
done.
pretty cool.
There's so many things that have been retread. I'm excited about this, and to be honest with you, this could be something that turns out really, really
You
cool.
guys will notice is the fire select. We got the yeah, and then we got the yeah.
Don't show the toes. Don't show the feet. I'm showing the toes.
Midnight Society has done so much. Doc has done so much. Let me hear what you think about Dead Drop. Let's get loud, please.
Oh my goodness, it feels amazing. The energy here is great. Dead Drop was an amazing game to play. I can't even describe in words how excited I am.
We're Team Summertime. We're a content trio for Optic Gaming, and thank you guys. Thank you.
Summertime.
Now I'm going to control the recoil. Holy shit!
Done plenty of games in development where you go dark, and then you hope you have something at the end that people really like.
We expected it to take a while. The fact that people are already starting to do what we started 6 months ago, I love to see it. I want more people to include their community. We're not trying to corner the market on that. We're trying to change the industry so everybody does it.
Call that a pre alpha test. Them even showing that 95% of gaming companies are not going to show you that.
So yeah, thanks again to everyone that came out to LA. It was so awesome to meet you guys. Part of why we do this, a big part is you, the community, and being able to be transparent with you guys and have those discussions and meet you and like get your feedback. Everyone that submitted a feedback form for Snapshot 1, thank you. We literally read through all of them. It was like 3,000 responses or something crazy like that, and we divided them up among amongst like 4 or 5 of us on the team, and then relayed them to the rest of the team. And a big part of that was our new game producer, Allison Hughes, who is a huge part, obviously, of the development process. Without her, a lot of stuff would not go smoothly. So with that, let's hear from Allison on the specifics of Snapshot 1 feedback. Allison?
Thanks. Let's get into it. First and foremost, thank you to the founders for taking the time to share your thoughts and feedback on our first snapshot with us. We read each and every one. I'm just going to pretty much go through an overview of the results of the feedback we received. So I'm going to start with movement and jumping.
Weird. She must be in a
Overall,
tall
most
chair
of you found
because
movement to be a little too
she seems
slow,
really high
which
up.
tended to be the case for people on both high and epic video quality. Jumping garnered mixed reactions, ranging from somewhat dissatisfied to satisfied, but most of you were satisfied with jumping, rating it a 4 out of 5. An obstacle course was requested for various movement types,
So glad
such
they're
as
showing this.
jumping, climbing, sliding, and strafing.
Love you, Sabine.
And also
Hope
the
you're
word
having fun in
parkour
Miami.
came up a lot. And moving on to weapons, most of you found the rifle fun and easy to understand. And the most requested weapon was a sniper rifle, which will be coming in a future snapshot. Which particular snapshot hasn't been determined yet, but more to come on that.
I would assume so as a sniper rifle.
There are also a lot of mentions
That's
of
what I voted
attachments and
for.
customization as well.
I voted for the sniper rifle.
And moving on to firing ranges. Of the 3 firing ranges available, most of you voted the lower exterior range as the most fun. The exterior outer range was the second most fun, with the interior range in a close third place. All 3 were considered easy. And another popular request was a recoil control trial. And most of you would also like to see to create custom challenges as well. And now into the hideout. Nearly all of you want to
Where's the
invite
graphs?
other players to your hideouts. So decorations, variant-related customizations, and ways to show off were the most desired hideout features. So, in conclusion, almost all of you want an
didn't know what the
immersive, fun,
meant.
personalized hideout experience that is just as fun to spend time in as the tower. So, hanging out with friends, strategizing, playing mini games, or just sitting back and enjoying the view. And almost all of you love the environment and atmosphere, but wanted things to be brightened up a little bit, which we did for the snapshot.
Really, it still seems
Most of
very
you
dark.
wanted more settings and controls, customization options, including an
100%
FOV
still
slider, which we implemented a couple weeks ago. A lot of you want to be able to hone your skills through interactive obstacle courses and firing ranges, challenges, and the ability to replay encounters. Most of you want ways to flex or show off via stats, trophies, gear displays, etc.
100%.
Crafting and
gotta flex on people.
customization should be immersive and intimate as opposed to just having an icon that opens a menu. And lastly, a lot of you love the lore and want more of it. We're so excited to be building this game with you all. Thanks for being an important
And the
part
funny
of
thing
the
is that
process.
they didn't think anybody was going to want the
Our dev
lore.
team is the dream team, and we can't wait to share what we have in store for the next
We all want more lore.
Thank you so much, Allison. Like, this process is split into 2 major things, right? We have the fun moments, like today when we get to drop a new snapshot. We all jump in there together. We're playing it. We're getting a
Loving the
feel for it.
graphics.
We're having fun. And then there comes the work after, right? And I'm so grateful for Becca and Allison and Lucy and the entire team at Midnight Society who has been putting in that work of collecting and reading every ounce of feedback that you guys, whether it's on Discord or it's in the feedback form or it's with you just talking organically on your Twitch stream. I know a lot of you have seen myself and many other Midnight Society members dropping into your Twitch streams. And that's what we're going to be doing through this whole process. It's about playing together. It's about listening. And it's about taking that feedback and incorporating it. And one of the big things you're going to notice in Snapshot 2 is we've already taken a lot of that feedback that came in SS1 and incorporated things like the FOV slider, advancing controller support. We're not all the way there yet, but it's coming, right? Like we've got gameplay fully supported by controller. UI and menus are next. We've added a lot of UI in this menu, in this snapshot. So if you dropped into the proving ground already. You see there's whole looting mechanic, there's stash inventory, a lot of new stuff coming in, and that feedback that you're getting is extremely important because that's the stuff that lays the seeds that we can then water, implement, put into the build so that we can be playing it in next snapshots and future snapshots, right?
All right.
And these things are going to be a variety. Some things are fast. Some things we can get in a hot fix.
There's no
get it in
textures yet
before the next snapshot. Other things are going to take a long time, right? Like a lot of you were like, hey, I want to customize my player hideout. I want to invite my friends in. I want to bring my party in. I want to show off my best loot that I extracted with. That stuff we love. We are definitely going to incorporate it and find ways that it fits within the lore and narrative of the game when you guys are passionate about it. But those are also features that are going to take a while, right? So you might see a little bit of it come on. Maybe you'll see an armory be added, right? Then you'll see the ability to customize. These things come in on pieces. We play them, we iterate on them, we fine-tune them, we art them up. And now Snapshot 2 is the perfect showpiece for this type of development, this open development, because you're going to see things that are in white box stage. You're going to see things that are in proxy stage. You're going to see things like the player hideout from Snapshot 1 that are in the refinement and polish stage, right? And so part of this whole process is not just playing the game early, but bringing you on the inside of the fold into the development process when things are at their very, very early
game,
infancy,
everyone.
when things are early on, so that we can talk about things like gameplay, pacing, stuff that is like core to the experience and not be distracted by the visuals. And then there's other times when we're dropping just hotness that is all about the visuals, and we want to bring you along every step of the way. So I'm going to throw it back to Becca, who's going to introduce the members of the team to dive deep on the process of what it takes to get these snapshots finished and what you can expect now and in the future.
Awesome. Thanks, Rob. So a lot of you obviously love the look of DEADROP. We've gotten so much positive feedback from you, like overwhelmingly positive, on the graphics and the visual style and the vibe. So thank you for that. The art team is super, super excited to hear that feedback. With that, we have art director Darren Bacon on here to talk about what Rob was just saying with the different stages of art and how you won't always get like a super polished snapshot, but that's kind of the fun of being part of the dev process with us. So with that, Darren, take it away.
All right, yeah, awesome. So I'm going to talk a little bit about snapshot art stages. So the snapshot art stages is an idea we're developing internally between myself and the tech art director and the art leads. And the high-level ideas we want to communicate to the community what development stage we are at so that the player can see and understand where we are in the pipeline. The main categories we are staking out are blockout, proxy, refinement, and polish. So the blockout is essentially designer geo. It's very early stage on the map development, and actually there's very little art involvement at all. Maybe we'd have concept kicked off at this point and there's loose ideas about the map being kicked around, but ultimately all we really need for this stage is to have design intent laid out. Like for example, map flow, distances, gameplay features taken into account, etc. The next step is proxy. It is art intent showing up in the map for the first time. For example, maybe there's a block on the street and now we can ID that as being a Jersey barrier. In this stage, material types can be assigned, including roughness. Lighting does a pass. The lighting is refined and needs to show final intent, working for gameplay. This allows us to stand up the game and also begin to get an idea for performance. In this phase, ideally all geometric details in the frame so that we can begin to nail down sight lines, as well as from an art standpoint, the extra geo aids that goes into texturing, goes into aiding texturing.
The right door has to be a bathroom, right?
The next stage is refinement. The refinement stage is the awkward years of the art pipeline, or the teenage years of the art pipeline. And we want to be careful how we show this. So our tech art director, Howard, is developing a series of shaders we can use to overlay like a watermark on our refinement assets in a way that is very subtle and non-intrusive, so that the players know there's progress being made, but what they're looking at is not final. This shader system solve is going to be our key to development on the art side for this asynchronous style of asset making. And then lastly is polish. And it's just that this is art's time to go through the map and level up assets from the refinement stage to shippable quality. And that's snapshot art stages as we have defined it so far.
All right, nice.
Awesome. Thanks, Darren. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy to like see it broken down in such a way that is like very insider, right? Before I worked in games, I would not have known these terms. I would have been like, what am I looking at? This looks like not great. But you know, I think anyone that appreciates art and that plays games a lot too has an appreciation too for the process. It's, you know, it's just really awesome to see that. So I'm excited to show it.
Yeah, that's something that's really great that we're excited for as well, Becca, is just the process. And this is something you don't see developers doing. And we don't say this because we want to toot our own horn or anything like that. It's not about that at all. It's actually we say that because it's just something that's exciting, and we like to share what we are doing, and we do it all the time internally, but we also want to do it outwardly to everyone out there as much as we can. And when we share and then hear back, that gives us energy. That's the fuel that lights our fire. And so when we hear Darren talking about this process of block out and a proxy and, you know, refinement and polish, that is just one of the things that you're going to be seeing throughout all of our snapshots. And so let's talk a little bit about what people are going to be playing in Snapshot 2, which is the Proving Ground.
Let's see what people are saying.
And the Proving Ground right here is largely going to be made up of blockout and proxy is what you're going to be seeing. There's not going to be seeing much of anything that's refinement or polish. We had a little bit of those stages in Snapshot 1, but this is where
like
we are
objects
really
stuff in the
hyped
way.
about
So
bringing
there's that.
this snapshot forward, is because it's deliberately in this blockout proxy form. It's deliberately work in progress. It's something that's very clear to the players that they're along for the ride. They're here to see how the dish is cooked in the kitchen. They're here to see how the sausage is made. Any type of metaphor you want to use, we're all here for it. And that's what Midnight Society is all about. And in particular, DEADROP, the way we're developing this game, we want to bring people along for the ride. And that's why Snapshot 2 is crucial for us.
That would be awesome.
And some of the things that you could be seeing and looking at when you're playing this experience is the Proving Ground is it's exactly that. It's a proving ground for us as a team, the game team. It's us to prove out our scale, right? We're trying to try the scale of our combat ranges, our sight lines. We're trying to get our vertical combat nailed down a little bit there. So that's why it's a proving ground for us in that way.
All right.
It's also a proving ground for our founders and our variants, the people that are going to be playing it, because they're going to be going in here and practicing and learning, playing the core gameplay loops that we've implemented the past 6 weeks. We do have loot. We have loot containers. We have an inventory system. There's lots of UI elements that have been added. We've got new weapons that have been added. So all these things are there, but still early and rough. And again, that is something we're excited for. In this experience as well, in the Proving Ground, you're going to be battling across 3 major points of interests, like the comms relay, the shipping hub, the filtration center. Players will be able to see the names of where they're at, traversing through the environment in the lower left-hand corner. And for this Proving Ground, this area for us, this is in the lore. This is like essentially
the next stage is going to be.
V1 of the
gonna-
tower that players are going to be eventually making their way to. It's older
Gonna be
tech.
more shaded,
There's
or-
things in there like we talk about the
They're gonna
you
get
know,
that
the comms
teenage
relay.
phase that they're talking about.
This is all a little bit in our imagination as we get there, but it is the older form of the tower. The tower is the big dog.
He's the
It's
same
the
color
thing that
eyes
is
as
brand
me.
new,
Mine are
shiny,
that kind of
and
blue.
it has its things that it's doing there. And players are going to they're going to get that peek and get into that tower soon enough to see what is inside there. What is the treasures that it has in store, the secrets it's hiding, all of that. So that's where the Proving Ground for us is this really fun place for not only us to be building out and test all these things, but also for the players to be playing, and we want to hear all their feedback. So with all that being said, I'm really looking forward to getting in there and playing with everyone. I had a game earlier where I played with 2 amazing people. We had no comms. We just crouched to each other and we just realized, okay, now we're teammates, and the three of us played for a good while until I was able to extract. But I'm just looking forward to getting back and playing more of that. And for more on what we got in store for Snapshot 2, I'm going to toss it back over to Becca.
Yeah, by the way, this character is actually mine.
Awesome, thanks, Quinn.
So I actually own this character.
So, you know,
Well, this is
along the
me.
veins of art, because this is a very art-heavy live stream, and we love art, but
That's
we
my
do have some gameplay stuff coming later. One thing you guys were super impressed by at LA was the garage. And so here to talk about both the garage and just our general process for
We didn't
concept
see
art
the garage. Oh,
is
I
Steve
see.
from the concept team. So
They got a
take it away,
sneak peek
Steve.
of the garage when they were there. Lucky.
So yeah,
I love the car. The car
What
was
I will
amazing.
do usually is have a meeting with Rob, and
Love the
we'll
hat.
start to discuss ideas. And sometimes I will hear things in the other meetings I'm having, in the gameplay meeting or something like that, and I will hear something, and I will try to take that and create some kind of visuals for the art team to run with, and sometimes just lore pieces for the variant guide as well.
Oh, that's so cool.
But
That's really
usually, in the instance of
He's
the
good. Holy
garage,
shit.
I heard Rob talk about, I believe it was how
Man, that's really good.
the players would be interacting with the play space initially, and then he brought up the idea that maybe a garage would be something they could play with. Like, you got the workbench and then you have your garage. And so I heard that and I was like, oh, that is a great idea for a concept. So I then took that and proposed it to Rob in one of our creative meetings, and then just kind of started to run with it. And I took that and applied my own personal touch and vision to it, and started the conversation within the gameplay team. And then that's kind of where I handed off to the gameplay to do their own thing with it. So the piece I create won't necessarily be what the garage looks like in game, but it will be the conversation starter, the spark that really kick that off for everyone.
Man,
and then I like to, where I can, bring in little bits of lore. So if you look in that piece, there's movie posters and there's labels and, you know, like there's magnets and graffiti on the little mini fridge, things like that, where I can actually build out the world and try to build out the world in a way that, like, it's fun and it fits too. So I'm always putting little Easter eggs that I hear in, like, Doc's stream or conversations had in the Midnight Society, and then try to bring in things that actually fit within the Midnight Society and the game itself, DEADROP.
Awesome. Yeah, I love Easter eggs. I love a good Easter egg. You guys see a lot of the Easter eggs that I'm putting out on socials. Yeah, awesome. So next to talk about concept art is Eric. Eric also is going to talk about a little bit more of the environment around
on my left arm as well.
your vehicle in the garage. So Eric,
we're octopus buddies.
Thanks so much. I'm Eric Hallquist. I'm a concept artist at Midnight Society. In early concept for the garage and creating that space that the players can access in the hideout, we were thinking a lot about maintaining the theme of what the hideout currently is, and that would be somewhat. It's like a mixture of like brutalist architecture and industrial, and think of, like, you know, a warehouse that used to have some sort of purpose, and that's kind of what that is. But we were thinking during concept for the garage, we were thinking about maintaining that and also creating a space that felt relatively large enough where players could kind of run around and explore a little bit, but also it would center around the car. And that was all established through just early discussions. Yeah, working together as, you know, like, in the creative team, we had a lot of discussions about that. And yeah, I think we everyone's going to be really, really stoked to see what we put together for that so far, at least. And yeah, super exciting. when we were working on the proving ground and how the creative team went from early concept to DEADROP's first PvP experience. Excuse me. We were focusing a lot on, again, the theme of what this space was going to be. So in the very beginning, we were given a block out of the space, so there was no detail in it whatsoever. It was just a lot of a lot of primitive shapes and just super simple. So I think the theme that we have was there's 3 sections. One is a like
I
it's
forgot
like a
what he
space
does.
dust
I wish they
transport
put that in there.
Like
When their name
facility,
pops up?
if you will. So that ties into the
lead dev
lore.
or something?
We have a communications tower, which is really cool, and we also have a
there's the big tower on the right,
air
over there.
filtration facility, and
That was the
also
first thing
again
we
ties into
saw,
the lore
like the
and
first
how this
artwork
city is
was
just
that
engulfed
building.
in disgusting mist that's polluted. And, it's very hard to breathe. So this is going to be a really cool space to explore. We kind of just worked on that and thought what might be cool in terms of the working that into the design of the space. So like, if I guess a good example could be there's there could be like a silo, right, and that's used to filter some of the air, and then there could be platforms that connect to it around. So those would be cool places to explore and really kind of soak in the PvP experience. But yeah, super excited for that, and can't wait for you guys to see it. During the creative process, when we were concepting the drops for the players, so what this is when you kill a player, they drop something. That could be a crate. Generally, in other games, it could be a crate or a bag or whatever. But in our game, we wanted it to be relative to what the character would already be carrying. So, for example, the character has a bag on their
So if
back.
they have a whole bunch,
we would want that to
bag's
translate
bigger.
into what drops on the ground.
Level 3, got it.
That bag could be several different types of quality and tier. It could be high tier, like a rare tier, legendary, etc. But we decided to just go for a common bag that drops, and it was a lot of fun to work on the concepts for that. But again,
Nice.
tying into the design aesthetic and theme of the world that we're building. And then as far as what I'm most excited for Snapshot 2 is the Proving Grounds for sure. I had a chance to play it more than a few times, and it's already at a really cool place where we're starting to see how the movement from Snapshot 1 is being integrated into a space like that. And from this point on, I mean, it's only going to get better. It's already a lot of fun. So yeah, just I'm very stoked to be a part of this, and I can't wait for you guys to play it for yourself.
Thank you so much, Steve and Eric. And really, as I'm saying in chat, as I've been saying along this whole time, is we want to bring you along for this journey. It's not just about playing the game. It's about being involved in the development. And the more that our audience, our variants, our fans can understand and have context for why things look a certain way, why animations might be at a certain point, why white boxing is important before you fully are at a level, that's just going to help us have more healthy, constructive, actionable conversations about how to improve features, how to get to where we want to be. Because listen, we have a monumental task ahead of us. We want to be the best first-person shooter in the world when we launch to non-variants. And that ain't going to happen overnight, and it ain't going to be easy, right? Nothing about this is easy.
Yeah, it's about
but
like
how we're going to get there is
2
by
years
playing
away.
it every day, giving real constructive feedback. Like I saw people in
No hard
chat saying
deadline,
like,
though.
hey, don't blow smoke up their ass. 100% right. This is about getting into the nitty gritty, understanding how it's built, refining, iterating on it, polishing it, playing over days, weeks, months, actionable stuff that we can put into the game and loop it around again. So I love Darren walking us through the process. Steve talking about how an ideal in Discord could go from an ideal to concept to something that appears in game like the garage, right? If you guys remember at our LA event, we talked about, hey, what should this space be? What should we do in there? How should we get to the tower, right? We saw people talking about like building vehicles, using vehicles to get to the tower, launching out from the player hideout. All of that stuff is fantastic, right? And saying it at the event goes into our ears, goes back to the studio, goes into a creative meeting, becomes a concept, gets built out in Unreal, shows up in a snapshot. That is the process, and I love it. And like, speaking of that, let's move into Snapshot 2, right? Because one of the key things in Snapshot 2 is the fact that we have PvP now, baby. We have multiplayer. You can jump in, seriously. You can get kills, you can loot those bodies, you can loot containers around the map. If you're good, you can extract out, right? Stash that stuff in your player hideout or fight till the end. The last player in the match, either by everybody else extracting out or everybody else getting killed, gets the dead drop. What is the dead drop? This is something that came from us playtesting internally, right? We're playing and we're like, all right, we're loving the extracting, we're getting the flow, we're building the basis of gunplay. This is really good, but what's our unique dead drop personality? What makes us different from the other extraction shooters? What makes us different from the other first-person shooters that we're going to be competing with in a couple of years?
I also never really
and that's
played
where
an
this
extraction
concept
shooter.
of dead drops started bubbling from the top, right? We're talking about like how can we sort of encourage people not to just extract always? Like, what's the reward if you are like just slaying and you're in there getting a lot of kills? And we started playing around with a few different things, and this idea of the dead drop really bubbled from the top. And I want to throw it over to Alex because I feel like he's the one that really connected the dots for us and was like, hey, what about this? And we're like, you know what? Let's try it. Let's put it in. Let's play around with it. Let's see what the community thinks, because that's what this is about. Not deciding amongst ourselves, but putting it in, playing it, and us all talking about it. So, Alex, why don't you dive into a little bit of how we got
get in there.
to the dead drop?
Tell us what's what.
Thanks, Rob. Hi, I'm Alex Fennell. I'm the Technical Director of Game Infrastructure here at Midnight Society, and I'm responsible for making sure that everybody inside the company is working efficiently, and I'm one of the people that gets out to the founders. The story of how we came up with the dead drop and the connection there was we had a game feedback session, and Rob really wanted to figure out ways to encourage people to stay in the game and not extract. I don't know where the first one went. To become that king of the hill and fight your way to the finish. And we were having a hard time coming up with a way. And I just, from my experience watching a lot of other similar genre games, I thought about, well, what if the winner was able to take their selection of the spoils, and victory was getting a bonus out of that. And Rob put together that idea and connected to the name, and we came up with the dead drop. And it was one of those moments in game development that just worked. It was perfect. It was we couldn't have planned
I know those
better
moments.
if
I understand that. I understand that completely. Where it feels like it came out of nowhere.
I'm
like,
so
what?
grateful that we
Just
were able
makes
to
sense.
get this concept into Snapshot 2, because like we want to move fast.
Just makes sense,
right? We want to move fast. If there's an ideal, there's no reason not to get it in as fast as possible. Now, unfortunately, that's what led to the delay of a week, right? Like because every time a new ideal comes up, if a new ideal comes up in the community or comes up in a playtest, and we want to chase it, we have the freedom to do that. But we have to have real, honest conversations with ourselves about scope and timing, and like, all right, what's it going to take to get into the build? The dead drop was a perfect example of that. Like, just something magic came together that really closed the loop, made it feel tight. And I can't wait for you guys to get into the snapshot, earn a few dead drops, give us feedback on it, right? Because how it's in the build right now, it's not necessarily how it has to stay. It's definitely not how it's going to stay. We already have ideas on how to iterate that, because the goal is to make it feel rewarding. So you get that final kill. We want you to be able to get the loot of the person you killed, as well as, pick something. Now, right now, you can sort of take all. You can take all remaining drops in the map. But we're looking at ways to iterate on that, because once we're in, 100-person matches, that amount of loot is not going to be sustainable, right? So we're going to iterate on that ideal, but we need you to play it, get wins, get dead drops, get some good extractions, give us feedback on how that loot feels, where the restrictions should be, where they should not be, because we can play around with all that and make sure that we're doing hot fixes, we're mixing up the play types and all of that. Now, a good way to know things that we're thinking about internally, some ideals that are early like blue sky phase, is by reading the variant guide. So every time that you get a new build in your profile, you also get a new issue of the variant guide. There's a lot of artwork in there that shows the process of what went into the current snapshot. But at the end, we always do like a little teaser lore piece that's in the codex operandi that you have to decipher. And that's normally a tease or hint about something that's not quite ready to be in the snapshot, but something that we want you to start thinking about, right? So make sure you're reading that snapshot, checking out things like the refinery piece that we have in there now, the space dust, because that's where we start laying the sort of teasery building blocks to future characters, future classes, future environments, to get everybody's creative juices flowing so that we can, start talking about what's coming in the next snapshot or the future snapshot. So make sure you go through all of that. But for now, let's
check
bring
it
the team
out
back together. Quinn and Becca come back in here and then dive into, what are we expecting? What are the key features that we're looking at for Snapshot 2? So looking at Snapshot 2, now that it's in the hands of players, Quinn, what are the things that from the game team's perspective that you really want to get feedback on and focus on?
Yeah, that's a good one, Rob. I think there's a few areas really that we're kind of looking at, and that is like our level design, our interactions, like the speed of interactions, and also just some baseline questions. And just to riff a little bit on the baseline questions, we're going to be releasing these snapshots. That's how we're making the game. And so every snapshot, we want to understand, how are we doing? How is the game doing? How are people feeling about things? And so that's where some of these baseline questions are that we're going to start asking now, which is like plain and simple. How fun was this snapshot, right? 1 to 5, how fun was it? And that is really important for us, even though it's a very simple question. It's important for us because we'll be able to see a trend once we establish this baseline. We'll see how people are feeling about every snapshot. We'll get a better understanding with our conversation going forward with the founders, what they like.
I can't wait. It's going to be interesting how it develops.
What are the things we really need to double down on?
What kind of game it turns into.
Stuff. And then from a level design viewpoint, what we really want to know is, what do people think of the proving ground? How do they feel about the sense of verticality in there? Is it the right amount? Is it not enough? Did we do a good job there? Because our level design is super crucial for this game. It's everything for this game in a lot of ways when you think of the tower that we're going to be playing in and all of that in mind. So we're really ambitious on our level design. And this is just the very first snippet of the direction we're trying to go. And internally, we're already iterating and far ahead of what people are playing in Snapshot 2. So this is what's crucial for us, is these early builds, getting them out, having this survey, and being able to hear back from the people. And then on top of that, it's just the interactions and how people are playing and how do they feel about the things that we have, the interactive elements we have in there, like the elevators and being able to, things like interacting with the containers, is the speed, all of those things.
The speed's very
all
slow.
New features that we've done in the past 6 or 7 weeks. We just want to know how people are feeling.
I also don't like the right and
there's
left
always going to
click.
be baseline questions and snapshot specific questions that we're interested in. So that's more or less what we're looking for. But on top of that, outside of the survey, what we're really looking for is just, again, building our relationship with the founders, hearing more from them, really engaging with them, and seeing what they like and what they don't like, and then how can we keep molding this game of DEADROP together.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And like to Quinn's point as
You
well.
got it downloaded?
We're taking feedback from the survey that's on the website, but we're also right now, if you guys jump into Twitter,
Don't forget
you
to
can
extract
tweet
it, by
us
the way.
your questions, and we will try to get through as many as we can in our short time on this
Twitter.
stream. But make sure you use the hashtag Midnight Society Qs. That's Midnight Society QS. I already see like a ton of questions coming in, so you guys have been using that. That's great. But yeah, let us know what you want to know about.
I want to know.
I love it, and I see chat.
I don't think I'll be able to get through, but I want to know if there's going to be more than one game mode.
Double-edged sword here, right? It's all about the
Because
fun
now
and the work.
Call of
we've got
Duty
through the
now
work
has,
part of it,
you
right?
know,
The process, what it takes to get these
an
snapshots
extraction
out, what
type
it takes to get you guys
game,
involved.
you
And
know,
now it's
so-
time to jump into the fun part. So we're going to take a short break. We're going to watch some of the devs who are currently playing with a lot of variants right now while we get set up, and then when we come back here, we're going to do a live Q&A. So any questions that you tweet or have already tweeted, we're going to be going through it, answering your questions, make sure you have everything you need to know about this snapshot covered away. But at any
Somebody asked that
point,
for me.
the build's
Tweet that.
available.
Tweet,
Jump
tweet.
in, start playing with the devs, and as soon as the AMA wraps, Quinn and we're also going to jump in there and start
What
playing
is the
with
tweet?
I'm gonna be there too.
And Beck,
What's the tweet?
Beck, you said you were hiding in a crate.
Well, I'm still gonna be in the build. I'm not hiding
I'm
like
gonna
in
own
an
the crap out
Amazon
of
box
people.
behind me or something.
That's what's gonna
I can't
happen.
wait to find you. I'm now going to check every shipping container in the proving grounds until I find you.
What is it? How do we?
But great, let's jump over and watch the devs, slay it up.
What'll be hit?
And then we'll be back for the Q&A.
What's the thingy? How do we ask? I'm on Twitter. Don't know how to ask the question. I don't know if Rosin, if you're still here, but how do we ask the question? Yes. Was it? How does one ask a question as my question? That'd be my question. How do you ask questions? What are we supposed to do? Yeah, do you know how to ask the questions on the Twitters? They said something about adding a queue or something. Is it at? Or am I supposed to put like at them and then just put, start with a question, a queue, just so they know I'm asking a question? Maybe? I'll try that. Try that. Q will there be more than one game mode. That's what I think it is. That's what I'm guessing. 3 minutes. Is that enough for a match? Let's find out. Let's start up a game. Oh, where's my folder? Yo. Got 3 minutes. That might give us enough time. Also have it on the background, so let me turn this down a bit. I have it at 13 something for the sound, so it's not too loud. My guess is just like we got our game ideas heard, we said it, and one of the suck-ups will present it. You say suck-up? My guess is it's just like we got our game ideas heard. We say it, and the suck-ups will present it. Alright. Fair enough. Fair enough. What's my story? Do I still... I'm glad I still have stuff. It's gonna suck, like, I do have a hoarding problem. Like, it's gonna suck whenever the next snapshot comes out, and then, all my stuff's gone. I have to re-hoard up. Oh, what am I doing? Get in here. Stash, play. Let's play. Let's go kill some people. Is there store garage? You can't go into garage or armory yet. You also can't see how many people you killed. And you can't... There's something else. Oh, you can't... No cosmetics yet. Just the stash, which is fine. I don't know when they're gonna get that out. The special chosen. The special ones. The, embers. Right? Is it the embers, or is that the artistic people? Hey, that was fun. Okay, that was a fun map. How much time's left? 2 minutes. Pfft. Oops. Oh, go back. Go back to live. 1 minute. Oh, oops. Oh, that's not good. Okay, let's close out of the game. I didn't realize how much time it was. Well, that was a fun map. It just crashed. what the crashes are due to. I mean, it could be anything. It could actually just be simple as whenever you're trying to start in, a match is about to begin, and it's only seconds away, and it kind of just doesn't know what to do. Because at the same time that you're just trying to find a match, the match is loading, and it causes like a weird, we don't know what to do, both things are happening at the same time, and then right back, right back to the menu. Yeah, I know. It's only, twice or maybe 3 times? I'm excited for it.
Hey Ryan, is there an easy way back out? Just close the EXE.
Oh, I wish it was in there so I could stream snipe. No, I'm just kidding. Come on, Brad. Hey, it's like I'm Tim the Tap Man. It's like, hey, we got Brad here. Oxy83, let's see how he does. Oh yeah. Rosam, what's your 3 names? Brad boy.
And one other guy. And I have no idea where he is. So I'm gonna get out. So that in my next game I can bring in the rifle from the very beginning. Because the first few seconds are like ridiculously chaotic. So I'm out. But I'll be back. Alright, I'm gonna go back into a match. Okay. That's good.
Which shotgun is good? Like, what's the best one, Brad?
I can't wait till we have our own. I can't wait till we have our own, vortexes and stuff in the game. I don't know when that's going to be. I mean, they did so much from the first one, so I was actually kind of surprised. I didn't think they were going to have. I didn't think they were going to have it so we can actually fight each other. To be honest.
I'm queuing up in case you guys are at the same time. That'd be great to get in the same match. But we'll see. I just got.
So, I'm about to make some spore prints for my next grow. What is a spore print? I mean, I've randomly looked into mushroom growing and saw some mini docs about mushrooms and stuff like that. So I don't know too much about them. Oh my god, that aim! Oh, lock it up, dude.
No, that's the double barrel up close one. Oh, that's enough. Yeah.
Darren, what is that aim, bro?
D's 5. Oh shit! I just came across a dead body. They had no health. I got so lucky. They had a shotgun. I had a pistol.
I never saw the bodies up close. They look very plastic, but it is what it is.
Shit went down.
He's getting all the stuff. David's cleaning up. I do hate the right click, left click. That's annoying. Yeah, mushrooms. Yeah, I was talking about mushrooms. Okay, a spore prints or mushroom. Is that just? Does that mean just like a strain to grow more? Is that what you mean? Is that like a seed essentially? You make a spore print so you can grow more of that type of mushrooms. Do you do any it wouldn't be pollination, would it? Cross printing? Would that be what it's called?
I guess further down the line, if someone, depending on the actual size of the backpack they drop.
Yes. Okay. Nice. I'm glad I figured that out. It's harder than that? I would assume so. I looked into it probably when I was in high school. And just how hard it is to grow shrooms, or mushrooms, sorry. Legal ones. Legal ones. Yeah, and it's you have to have certain, all these things have to just be perfect and regulated, and then if one goes bad, they're all dead because they're all connected. Oh, did you ever see? There's this whole thing about the largest organism on Earth is uh,
Well, wait, did you just die?
No, I'm alive.
mycelium.
Is that you? Is that you? Is it you?
So like a mushroom
Okay, okay, I'm coming
patch.
with
You of course you know what mycelium is.
Let's team up.
But
No,
it's like
for real.
apparently
I'm coming down.
apparently it's crazy because they looked at it and they realized the whole network is connected between all these trees, like a bunch of trees, and like the ones that don't get sunlight are actually getting nutrients and stuff from the mycelium patch, and it's like huge. It's like half a mountain.
That guy's done.
You know, it's pretty dope. Yo, Darth Kira, I saw you stream for a little bit. I hope your dad's okay. I hope your dad's doing well.
That'll be a thing. Or if we like, yeah, that'll be a thing.
I saw. I'm sure you can jump off the side and be safe.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, you die now. You died now in this game. I don't know, Lazy, if you checked it out, but like this is Midnight Society. If you know who Dr. Disrespect is, it's his gaming company, the AAA game site, gaming place, and this game is called DEADROP.
Oh my god.
This is the second snapshot. It's still in. Kill him!
Got another.
Come on, Brad. That's not bad. That's not bad. It's better than. Was it Brad? Brad had the bad shots in the first. No. Move, Brad! Oh, yeah, his shots aren't too bad.
Did I get him? No way.
Nice. They do need a little, like, something that.
If that guy was shooting at me with
Little
like,
sound or something that makes you know that you're hitting them. But yeah, what's up? What's up, Lazy? I hope you're doing great, Lazy. Hope you're doing great, Kiro.
If it's just like a comfort thing, but
I have it, and I don't. And I don't know. I don't know. I would play a NFT game. It's not an NFT game. Now I have an NFT, which you see on my screen right here. That's actually mine. This guy. Oh, I have it. I didn't realize.
Okay, I just got
This
him.
guy's me. This
I
is my
almost
NFT. I own it.
Like I should have said something. I
But
just killed another person.
This is just how I actually like got on the inside track. So I actually
wish I could reach out and be like, "Hey,
play the game early. I give feedback with a bunch of other people to put the game in the kind of direction that we all want. There's 10,000 of us. That's it. But the game will be free to play.
You can like agree to
So
be on a team, and as that timer starts
you don't need to get any NFTs to play it once it comes out. It's just to get early access from the ground up. To be a part of the decision making on building it, you just have to get an NFT. Yeah, I mean they sell. Some people are actually selling theirs, and I think like the cheapest one's like $350 now. But yeah, you don't need to. You don't need to do anything with NFTs at all to play the game when it comes out. So.
That was a good.
Just so you know.
Pretty good round right there. Unfortunately, I didn't make it out in anything though.
How many people were left?
Well, that's the one. See, that's the one nice thing about this game, because I know there's other games like NFT games which are annoying. So.
What do you mean by that? Oh, I see. that.
But it doesn't seem like they're building
but
it
that's
that
the
way.
thing, is I feel like
They're not. It's going to be free to play. They want it to be a really good game, and I don't think they want it to be
there's
like
a very good chance that I just get
known as an NFT game. It's just there's NFTs in it, and who knows? They might be using the NFTs for, let's say, cosmetics, and that's what I'm hoping, and that's what it seems like they kind of hinted at, where it's like you can get.
I would like to get the jet drop.
You wouldn't have to, do anything with NFTs, but like, let's say you want to get a skin or something in the game, and you're like, oh, this is a cool skin. So you get the skin on your gun or your character, right? And then you don't use it anymore.
How's it going, Brad?
With this, you might be able to sell it, instead of just having a thing that you never use.
Nick threw me a save. It didn't show that.
That'll be the next
But-
snapshot. The first one is single player. Then 6 weeks later.
So I gotta be a weeb. Is that the gist of it? What? What does that mean? I'm back playing New World. Oh wow. I played New World a little bit, and if you don't have friends with New World, it doesn't really.
Right. I just loaded in. Oh, I got
It's not that
17
fun
Oh, I just started my queue.
by yourself.
This is
Yeah, the thing I was afraid of happened. I waited like 3 or 4 days to buy New World, and
Okay, I'm going aggressive. I gotta get down there.
yeah, they stopped playing. That's what I feared. I hope I'm not like. I don't know because I'm on YouTube right now. I don't know if there's a big delay from when I'm answering you guys, so I hope it's not too bad.
I know that there's like 2.
So no weebin then? What do you mean weebin?
This person knows that.
I mean, this is more of a cyberpunk style.
Be a sneaky guy.
I'm betting on you, Brad.
I gotta be a weeb? Question mark.
I'm gonna like.
Is that the gist of it?
Shoot, if I go by the window.
You don't have to be a weeb to play the game. It's free. It'll be free to play. Whoa, what is happening here? Good idea to switch it. Yeah. But by the way, right now this is just a snapshot. So this game's not coming up for like 2 years.
So funny.
You know, maybe a year and a half, but probably like 2 years. That's why everything right here in this section is literally just it's just the building blocks for it. So there's nothing really actually there. It's just the structures. So there's no textures. There's no other objects, like, even the cases, like nothing. This is just bare bones. First time we can actually play against each other, because the first one was actually just more of a rendered area, so you can see the aesthetic of everything, which is the hideout. But this is like more of the gameplay. I got kicked!
Oh no. I heard footsteps coming too.
That's what happens. It seems really fun, So I have a question about, I know you said, so no weebin. Always, you know what? I need to get into weebin. What should I watch? Oh, yeah, Kira, I heard there's going to be, a good update, right? There's going to be a pretty decent update for New World. I saw something like that online. Oh, believe me, I
saw the person.
Farmed 10k of wood. I thought, man, you were really killing it.
I've got like 3 minutes.
And stone just to sell it, and now I'm just level 10. My God.
Wait, what happened?
Someone was like, "R.I.P. DC Red."
Oh yeah, it was unfortunate. I was like having a good setup.
Attack on Titans. Is that a good one?
All right.
You start watching Attack on Titans. I hear it's good.
All right, this is my SMG round.
There's just certain. I don't know. There's just certain types of anime that bother me. Some are really good. I like the Golden Age. I like the 80s stuff my friend got me onto. Like, he's like, dude, check out this, because he knew I didn't like anime, but he showed me Kira and all this older stuff, and Vampire Hunter D is my favorite. I love it.
People talking about the revolver.
Yeah, I must have been the revolver.
Bubblegum Crisis. Oh God, I loved Bubblegum Crisis.
Earlier?
Yeah.
They found out the truth about
Ninja Scrolls. That's really good. You don't like Attack on Titan? Oh wow. You're always weebing, no matter the game. I'm
watching someone else.
One of these days I'm gonna get
guy got a headshot with the
a waifu T-shirt just for you.
I've never seen that before. That thing is strong.
I've never seen that number before.
Just for lazy.
Hey,
Just wrecked me.
the people in my match were scared and extracted, and I got the dead drop. So I got a couple more rifles.
Oh, that's how it works.
A little extra aggressive. If
I always get the dead drop.
Got some rifles ready.
No wonder. Okay. I didn't know how to extract, so I always just got the dead drop because I was just like, I don't know how to end it.
Every match is just a new opportunity.
Oh yeah, well, I've seen Cowboy Bebop. You know what? I watched it back in the day. Got stayed up when I was a little kid. Watched it, so freaking good. But I also liked the live action one, and I was really upset it didn't continue because I actually really enjoyed the live action Cowboy Bebop. I thought it was good. I really liked it.
See how many people abide by it.
You're back. All right, man. All right, Resin.
Wait, with a hip fire?
You should watch old Trigun. Oh yeah, yeah. People talked about Trigun. I remember that. Bishop. I heard of that one. Alcard. And Ghost. I've seen Ghost in the Shell. Of course, I've seen Ghost in the Shell. Akira, Howl's Moving Castle. What's that one company that did Howl's Moving Castle and My Neighbor Gooby Gob? Or I'm bad with names, but that's my favorite anime studio by far. I'll watch any of their animes any day. The one that did Spirit Away, of course. Like that company,
Maybe
all theirs are just like that's the style I love. Artistic, like
Maybe,
just
I don't know, but
these are so good,
I don't know what the
so
sound was,
moving.
but I was definitely right that someone was like right there at the very beginning. So now I got
Always be weaving. Every day I'm weaving. Attack on Titans is all right. Okay. I hate the fact that they are milking the final season. Oh, really? Doesn't it really need 69 parts? Oh my god. Black Butter's another one? Yeah, I mean, if you haven't seen Ninja Scrolls, check out Ninja Scrolls. That's a really good one. I love Vampire Hunter D. It's one of my favorites.
Which is like fair. You know.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
Kira, Ghost in the Shell, House Moving Castle. Oh, what are the other ones? There was the other anime I watched, part of it, where there was these angels that came down, but then you had to get in these robots to fight them, and the angels were actually evil, and then like it had the worst ending ever of an anime where what happened was like at the end, like something happened, and then it just goes to like a white screen, and everybody's in a circle just clapping, and it's like that's the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. Evangelion, yes, that one. That one. The end of that was just. Is it really 69 parts? I mean, that would be hilarious. I know it's probably not 69 parts, but how many parts is it?
I shot by accident. I know where
Sailor Moon, yeah, saw Sailor Moon. Of course, Sailor Moon. I saw some weird one my friends was watching, something about cooking. And it was like they were cooking school, or like they're cooking against each other. It was weird. It was like they were having a cook-off or something. I don't know. It was odd.
I'm hiding by a server.
Captain Tsusabi? Captain Tsusabi.
I got.
I also saw another one where there was like this nerd guy that just got all the women. Like he was this dorky guy with glasses, and then all the women were just swooning over him or something. That was another weird one. I think I was pretty drunk when my friend was watching that. I was like, what is this, man? I was like, this show is just copium, bro. It's copium. There's only 3, but that's too many. Jeez, how long are they? What are they, like an hour? Are they like mini movies?
That guy's gone. Okay. But I hear another one. Oh my gosh.
Captain Tsubasa. Or Tsubasa? Captain Tsubasa. Captain Tsubasa. I can't read, man.
1 minute.
I know you have difficulties reading. That's why caps locked it.
I got good
Soccer anime. Oh, okay. Trying to think of some other really good ones.
My own shadow scares me.
It gets me 5 times a day.
I mean, I kind of prefer movies over series.
Wait, people are behind me. Hold on, I gotta listen
But
to footsteps. They can't take this from me.
Oh, got it.
there's another man. There's one that.
Did you really?
There's one that I keep on talking to people about, and no one knows which anime it is, and it bothers me because I remember it, but I don't know if I remember it correctly. But I remember there's like motorcycles in it. It's not Akira, unless maybe it is. It Akira? I don't think it is. But there's also it's like there's like people from Venus or something, and Venus is involved in it. And oh man, it's been so long. Like I remembered more of it back in the day, and I just couldn't figure out what it was. Tokyo Ghoul? All right, I'm gonna look. Let's look up Tokyo Ghoul. which is Tokyo Ghoul. Backa?
Get me out of here.
Tokyo Ghoul. Well, is there motorcycles in Tokyo Ghoul, or are you just telling me?
I made it out. I'm out.
Does this have anything about Venus in it?
I can breathe normally again.
I gotta be careful searching anime images, by the way. I gotta be careful. I didn't think about that until just now. Watch that. Backa. Or Baki? Backai? That's just an anime to watch. Okay.
Naked and Afraid.
Let's try.
That's Alex.
Backa. This guy's ripped. Oh my god. Guy's busting. Oh my god. Oh my god, his head looks like it's about to pop off. Jeez. Jeez. There's a guy named Pickle. What's it about? Looks like it's about fighting. I guess they're fighters. You know, I wasn't a big fan of Dragon Ball Z. Sorry to say it. Unpopular opinion, but that's just the truth. Oh, that's I haven't seen that gun yet. I gotta try that one out.
Just got into the elevator. I'm gonna queue up when I get up.
All right, just do the really fast countdown and.
I'll give you
a fighting match. 3, 2, 1, go.
3, 2, 1, go.
Jeez. Fighting more, breaking the enemy into pieces. Oh my god, really? Oh my god, Ninja Scrolls was amazing. Let's see. Oopsie.
That last match that I just got out of with the comic might have been my best.
Have you ever seen Ninja Scrolls?
Good.
So good.
That's satisfying then.
So good.
Supported forever.
Ninja Scrolls.
When your children are playing DEADROP, you'd be like, oh.
Ninja Scrolls is amazing.
Back in my day.
When did Ninja Scroll come out?
Desktop audio.
1993.
A little bit. Like 10, 20% maybe.
I did it.
A bit. Like 10, 20% maybe.
I did it.
The Shield Hero. Goblin Slayer.
Alright.
Goblin Slayer. Sounds like something you would say to like.
That's not good.
Brandon, was that you?
An ex-girlfriend or something.
What happened?
What got me from the roof?
Damn.
I think it was the last guy too. Just so you know.
Yeah, this one's really good. Ninja Scroll. Amazing.
I'm in a fresh game with 16 people.
It's where there's like 2 people.
Hold on, Samurai X. That sounds familiar.
Just
Let me
got a rifle C, SMG.
let me see what's up with Samurai X.
It's a good viable alternative to a shotgun.
Have I
Honestly.
seen this?
Good, dude. It's a good gun.
I think I'm with you, Press.
You are with me, 14.
Okay, is
I'm
it the
on,
same?
I'm
I
not-
guess they're saying it's
not
the
gonna
same.
say Just yet.
Oh, there's one that's a motion picture.
I'm running from.
Almost just ran off the ledge. That would have been awful.
I don't know. Was this a game? This kind of looks like a game, right? This looks like a starting screen for like an old PlayStation game or something. That's really good. I thought they said they were going to come back. Are they just playing it now?
There's a backpack.
that all they're
I
doing?
can't loot, unfortunately. Unless I get the dead drop.
See what happens. I'll get in there. I'm just going to start killing people. Let's get in it.
I'm gonna get up to a high spot and then try to bait.
Ryan, my shadow just got me again.
Scary, right?
Wholesome AF. It's the movie.
Hey,
for
welcome back. If you
on
want to keep watching
PS1.
gameplay, head over to Twitch or YouTube. There's a ton of variants who are streaming their games We're going to continue streaming throughout the day. I'm jumping in
right when I
as
left.
soon as we're done with this AMA. So we're going to rapid fire these questions. Watching them play.
Are you serious,
I
man?
haven't had to play with anybody all day. I want to get in there.
Wow.
That
literally.
said, Becca has been, pulling together all your tweets, all your questions coming in. So let's start throwing them up on.
I want to see her tattoo because I have an octopus on my arm too. I want to see what hers looks like. Hers looks really good.
And there's Darren again.
Where did it go? There it is. Yeah. All right.
Oh, that's
so
what you're
you guys
supposed to
want
write.
Let's talk
in the
about
society
our
questions.
baby that's in the garage.
Yeah. The
And
garage is like
the tower, all the things.
Yeah, so like this, we talked about it a little bit, earlier, and the tower or the garage was one of those things that just sort of came up of like, man, it'd be really cool if we had like this space, right? When we're talking about the player hideout and customizing it and having cool stuff to display and show off and
Samurai
collecting
X
the tower,
is,
right?
yeah.
Because like,
That's what all the
part of
questions
this
were.
game is looting a lot of stuff. And then it's like, all right, what is that
okay,
stuff?
so
What is the
that's
use
the
of
series,
that stuff, right?
and
Some
then
of the
they
stuff
add
is
a movie
obvious, right? Oh, I found
for it.
a grip.
What came
I
first?
found an optic. I found
I'm guessing that
a stock, right? Obviously, that stuff
the first
go
one,
into the
or
weapon customization.
Samurai X was
but
after.
There's still all this other loot that we could do cool things with, right? Whether it's quests or challenges or give you ways to upgrade your player hideout. There's a million ideas that we could go down and explore. And I feel like the garage was one of those first early ones that everyone really rallied behind around building out a space that is an extension of your player hideout that could have something that isn't, a weapon or loadout focus that you could build and expand on. And we just went to town on it, right? Steve went, started doing some lore concepts of it. Eric got in there and just went crazy with a bunch of different iterations. Once Quinn saw that and started getting his hands in there and giving feedback on it, it's really taken a lot of shapes to get to what you see in Snapshot 2 now. And our plans for it moving forward are just even more, right? That space itself is going to continue to get refined. But the most important thing is, like you said, your baby's sitting in there. What's the point of having a garage if you don't have something to park in it? And I'm just really excited about where we are going to go with the vehicle stuff in this game, right? And at the end of the day, I feel like, Quinn, you say it best, like every day. At the end of the day, we're making a shooter. Let's not lose sight that this game is a first-person shooter. But that doesn't mean we can't have a little fun.
I like the picture that she has. Right? She looks very skeptical. She's like, hey, answer the question.
That was great. Great answer. I say we go on to the next one.
Depends on the country also.
Oh yeah? You want to go to the next one?
Yeah, let's just do it.
It's Samurai X.
No, not this one.
Oh, yeah. This is why I said let's go to the next one. I mean, I think Rob can do 10 times 10 push-ups.
Oh, definitely.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
We could talk about your ex-military career.
That's
all
what I
that
thought
stuff.
came first.
Oh God.
And I guess he
the
has
only
an
thing I did in
X
the military was push-ups.
for a scar.
So that's about right.
Wait, I like to eat push-ups. You know those the push-up pops?
Push pops?
Those are push pops.
Oh.
Not push-ups.
That's the wrong yeah.
She eats push-ups for breakfast.
I think I can honestly do like 15 in a row.
Nice.
That's pretty good. So you can definitely do more than 10.
I think what we could do one of our streams is we could just do a Midnight Society push-up contest.
I can't wait. Can't wait.
Eric will crush.
Yeah, Eric will kill us.
All right, so this is a good one. UE5 question and also a Microsoft/console question. How have the new features and tools in UE5 impacted development? Are you using UE5's GDK integration, and how will Microsoft's NDA requirements in their developer program affect console?
I'm telling you here on Portugal Movie.
I could take the first half of that question, and then the console
it was called
thing. I mean, Rob, you could take
on
that.
both it was interesting.
As far as the tools and UE5, it has been a dream. We love Unreal. We love the partnership we have there with Epic Games, and we feel like we have been able to be unlocked with what we want to do as a team, because our team is still growing and we have lots of positions we're hiring for. So check out our careers page. Sorry, that's a shameless plug. But our team is still growing.
I actually want to apply for their UI designer.
But on top of that, we are
I'd
able
love
to
to
do
do the
a lot
interface.
of things. We were able to be
That'd be so
really
cool.
quick, and that's this dead drop feature that we just talked about and mentioned how it's in the snapshot. It's in there because of the quick turnaround and how the
So
tools are
lazy,
so
see,
powerful,
lazy
and how
is just a
our
true weeb,
environment
and
artists
that's why
can do all sorts of great things. Like
he
you
wants
saw
to go
how
by the
Darren was talking about
Japanese
the art
name.
process, and it might have
The
slipped
true
under the radar
weeb.
a little bit, but we talked about how we're
It's like we use the
developing a
Japanese
shader
name.
that's almost going to be like a watermark on assets in game to make it very clearly for players that this is not finished yet. And that from there is just from the power of Unreal 5.
Showing your weeb
and all
colors
the
there,
tools
Lazy.
that comes with its suite. So for us, we love working in it.
Yeah, it's been amazing just to see what the team, how quickly the team is able to build and iterate in this, and that is what's allowing us to keep this super tight schedule. I give a lot of credit to Unreal for that. Now, when it comes to the console thing, like, you know, I'm dying for a console build. I know a lot of people on the team are. I know a lot of variants have been asking about it a lot of time. And our goal is to do
console
everything
players.
we can on the
Boo.
development side to make sure that we are console ready. Now, what we can't prepare for is what we have to do on the business contractual
Makes sense. I seen their
certification
aim.
side, right? That is a whole machine in itself with the platforms, both Microsoft and Sony, especially because as you see with Snapshot
Same with
2,
live action
how
movies.
early we are giving you access. Now, luckily, both of those platforms have a concept of early access, right? But even their early access programs are far further along in development than what our game is currently now, right? And we are very passionate about giving you the game in the earliest, most broken states it will be in, because that is where your feedback can have the most impact. Now, we are working very closely with Microsoft and Sony to try to get those special early access terms and that certification and make sure that we don't have to have any crazy NDAs, because as you guys know, if you go to an early Call of Duty event, if you go to an early game event of any, like,
Trying to suppress
you
my
have
inner
to
weeb.
sign your life away in these NDAs, and we're not doing any of that. We want you streaming it. We want you critiquing it. We want you showing it off, talking about it, talking to us about it. And so we're not going to do anything that's going to require you to sign away your rights in order to play the early
Yeah, which is
access.
really
So
nice.
that's a lot of legal mumbo jumbo that we just have to get through.
Yeah,
It's
for
the
me, it was
boring
only
stuff. It's the stuff
$50.
I hate the most, but it's a
Or an
necessary
NFT.
part of going
You can see
to
my
the
NFT,
console.
NFT on the
But
screen.
we
on the
definitely want to
bottom
be
right,
there.
but-
We know that Dead Drop's going to shine on PS5. We know it's going to shine on Xbox Series X and S, and we want to get it there as fast as possible. And we're going to do everything we can. In the
The
meantime,
NFT actually comes
we're going
with
to make
game
sure that we're
access.
getting full controller support
I
in,
give
and
feedback.
that you can play with the controller on the PC, so that when we can work
Sometimes
out all
I was
the
talking to the
kinks and
devs
bugs
before I started
associated
streaming
with supporting controllers
a little bit.
so that when we get
Talking
through
about
those
bugs and
legal
stuff.
hurdles and those certification hurdles and those registration stuff, that there is no technical thing holding us up from pushing out keys to your Midnight Society profile. So we're working on it. It's important to us. We're going to do everything we can, and then, you know, try to convince Microsoft and PlayStation to be as gentle and nice to us as possible as we do it.
Yeah. Awesome answer. Okay, audio settings, key bindings, melee weapons, snipers. Maybe you want to just bing, bang, boom, hit each of those.
Audio settings, yeah. Our settings are still work in progress. We want to hear, like, even questions like this. This informs us and tells us what people are looking for. That's
I was
great.
wondering about
We
melee.
love it. We're going to get more into settings. We'll offer more of that. Same thing with key bindings, everything. We just talked a lot about console. We're also making sure our
Push it
PC
down.
audience
Push
is taken
down the
care of.
weakness.
At the same time, we want to make sure, let's let console players even like remap and everything like that. So that is something that we want to do. Melee option, melee weapons. I love melee options and like being able to just quickly melee someone or have a dedicated melee weapon. Those are things that we still need to talk more about. Right now, we're definitely biasing towards shooting. That is just because foundationally, that's who we are. We're not against anything like melee related. In fact, that's something we probably do want to get into, is we need as many
Or like a
avenues
knife,
for
maybe?
players and player types as possible in this
I
game.
can see maybe not
Loot,
melee, but you have a knife.
treasure,
Like, you
everything.
just have a
So that's definitely
generic
on the
knife.
table. And then snipers, please stay tuned.
Yeah, they know everyone
Right
wants
on.
snipers.
That was fantastic.
Give us
And,
the
you know,
snipers
speaking
now.
of things we want to hear from the community, let us know in terms of priority. Like, eventually we're going to get to everything, right? Eventually we'll get to, well, not everything's going to be in the game, but, you know, all the different variety of weapon classes and combat types. But, like, in order of priority of how urgently you want that stuff,
Okay.
let us know. Be vocal. That helps.
Okay, I gotta pee. They keep on saying urgency. I'll be right back, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, guys. Hey, I appreciate you guys. Hey, welcome back, Rosin. Appreciate you guys hanging out. It's good to see you as well, Lazy and Kira. I know it's been a while. I was actually gonna say something to you guys today. I don't know if you guys know or not, but my cat that I've had forever, Miss Kitty, passed away. I had to let her go, so I haven't really been. I've been lurking, you know, but I haven't really been up to say hi and stuff. But you know, yeah, it was sudden, man. It was out of nowhere. It was she was just not wanting pets anymore and stuff like that, and I took her in, and it was just the worst news. And I wasn't expecting it, but you know, I had to do what was right for her. You know, I even tried to be like, hey, what if I have her for one more day? You know what I mean? Like, give her pain medicine so she doesn't feel it, so I can have another day with her. But I knew that would just even be worse because, you know, she might be fine, you know, for a day or two, you know, but then it's like, I know I'm going to have to do, you know what I mean? So I had to make the decision then. You know, it was hard, but I'm glad I did it just because I know it would have been so much worse if I, you know, tried to reason with, you know, death apparently. But yeah, so it's been really sucky trying to get used to it. I mean, I still leave my door cracked, you know. But yeah, you know, I'm coming back around, and that's why I'm streaming on YouTube. But yeah, it sucks, man. But, you know, I had her for a while, and, you know, she was a great cat, and I miss her. So, well, I don't know. I'd like to think she lived a great life, so she was happy, you know. It just, you know, she was in pain. So, sometimes you just gotta not let people suffer. Or, well, I mean, people. Not let, you know, your pet suffer just because, you know, you can't deal with it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, so that's why I haven't really been talking a lot, you know, and I just been lingering in chat, so. But yeah. Alright, let's continue watching this.
Helps us make decisions when we're planning out milestones, production schedules,
It was like
when Allison's
3
doing
weeks ago.
the sprint planning, like understanding how important something like melee versus
Maybe a month
sniper
ago, I don't
rifles
know.
is, because the reality of game development is all the time we're coming to those moments where as a
Appreciate it, guys.
team we're having a discussion of like, okay, we can only get one in this snapshot. Which is it going to be, right? Is it going to be snipers, or is it going to be a melee weapon, or is it going to be another assault rifle, right? Like, we're always having conversations like that based on the time that we have in between each snapshot. So understanding your preference and priority helps us contextualize those conversations more, because, you know, I can imagine Quinn being in a meeting and we're working on a sniper thing, and then somebody's like, oh, well, we could actually get melee in and get this other feature in if we didn't do snipers right now. And then Quinn sort of looks back at the feedback and is like, hey, that also looks like what the variants want, you know? So that stuff really does sway minute-to-minute decisions that we have in the planning phases. So yeah, eventually we're going to get to all the bells and whistles. It's really a matter of like how early
Except
you want
sniper.
to see these in snapshots. Like this build, we
We
got
asked for it.
shotguns, machine pistols.
And we did not get
got a lot
sniper.
of cool stuff in this build. Now it's all
We
about
got
what's
pistol.
next, you know?
Speaking of what's next, can we expect customizable characters?
Simply, yes. We want customizable characters. We have our first character in the game in Snapshot 2 right now. That is just a simple vessel to show of the art style and to show proxy form. If you remember back what Darren was talking about, our art director Darren Bacon. That
It's not really
is
complete. It's
our
just like
proxy
plastic
form
right
of
now,
what a
yeah.
character looks like. So it's not block out, definitely not refinement or polish. But you could expect to have lots of customization over how your how your character looks to make your character your own. That is a big goal for us. We think it's very important for, as a player, you could choose how your player looks and not just in gear, but also physical attributes, physical attributes. Yeah. I couldn't think of another word besides attributes, but yeah.
You nailed it. You nailed it on the first one.
Well, sometimes people think of attributes like, oh, is there like, you're talking about dexterity?
It's kind of a weird question. Can we expect custom?
No, we're not talking about that.
I think
I'm
you
talking
can
like, hey, do you want a nice
well,
looking
I guess maybe
chiseled
not.
jawline like the Doc, or what are you going for? You know, just those kind of things.
I'm partial to the weak chin because I have one, so just saying. Just throwing that out there.
Distinguished.
I'm partial to the weak chin.
Medium. Maybe it's just, whatever. Okay, cool. Next one.
Oh, that's text.
It's text. I'll read it for you. It's cool. So with DEADROP getting more content in every single snapshot, and people wanting to cover the game either by making videos, art, or mods in the future also. I know where you guys are going to go with
mods
this one.
would be interesting.
Will there be any launch of a community kit like the DEADROP logos, but for basic 3D assets for people to use?
All you, Rob.
Yeah,
You can already
so
get
I think this touches on a few things.
You can already
Initially,
get
when I
that.
saw this question, I thought maybe they were talking about UGC elements.
If you just import the
now
PDF
maybe they're talking about
from the variant guide,
content creation
you're good to
stuff.
go.
At the end of the
It's
day, I
vector
think the
artwork,
answer
so.
is the same, right? Like we want to empower our variants as much as possible. So when it comes to making sure that you have assets to make killer content, right? We released the UI kit, we released the logo kit, the branding kit. Any more of that stuff that you guys
did they
want,
release
let
that?
us
I didn't
know.
see it.
That is also a big purpose of the variant guide, is to give you a lot of artwork to work with.
Okay,
To
yeah,
use
that's what I
as
thought. I got it from
backgrounds
that,
or
so.
however you want, right? You open that PDF up in Photoshop, you can extract out all those background images
All
and
right.
do a lot with it.
All right, Kira, have a
and
smoke.
So that's really the goal of the variant guide, is to give you a lot of 2D elements. As we're moving into the UGC element, we are going to be providing the tools, pipelines, flows for people to take content from the game and make custom skins, custom weapon skins, custom character skins, right? A lot of that is dependent on systems being up and running in the game, right? So we talked about character customization. As we finish those systems out and get them into the game and develop our own pipelines for funneling assets into them, that gives us the ability to have
Let's get a little bit
resources
up to date
get out
here.
to the community. So the short answer is yes. We are going to be providing you guys with templates, tools, pipelines that help you create content, not just for creating videos and stuff, but also for creating and publishing stuff that can be usable in the game itself, which I think is rad. But that's future vision stuff.
Quinn is staring
That's
into
the
my
long
soul.
road to where we're getting to, and we're taking it one step at a time, but we're always doing it with that in mind of that's what we're building towards.
And embers?
Embers, yeah, those are the babies. Those are the firelighters, man. Embers are the ones who light the creativity that create the assets and get it into it. And I can't wait till we get there. Right now, we're in variant territory. We're fast approaching Emberland.
Emberland. Cool. All right, next one. Ooh, are we gonna do another ARG?
I don't know, man. ARG's my baby. I loved it. Nick loved it. Nick already saying no in my ear, but he loved it. He secretly loved it. He loves staying up to midnight every night and launching something and then staying up till 3 a.m. playing it with the community. Listen, CC Protocol, the ARG was super fun. It was also a ton of work, but it was worth it, right? Like, I feel like it laid the foundation for a lot of the stuff that you're seeing in PvP right now, right? Like, people who went through the CC Protocol and the ARG is going to be recognizing a lot of the little tests and stuff we were presenting to you now that you're playing in the Proving Ground. and like I don't know, play the proving ground. I think there's a few Easter eggs in there that might lay the groundwork to a future of something. I see a few people already collecting issue 1. Let's see where that takes us.
Oh yeah, that sets us up really well for this next question. What is the comic for? Any insight that we can we just shed some insight on that lovely
No, I don't
artwork?
want to. I don't want to shed. You know what? Collect them.
I did
Make
it.
sure you keep
I
a
got
lookout
it. I got a
for them in
comic.
future snapshots. They're meaningful. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
Oh, does that mean do we get to keep the stuff that we
can we
grabbed?
play the game at a lowered quality for those on Start PC? Oh.
Yeah, that's
Aw.
something that's really important to us is to make sure as
Aw,
many people can
poor
play
little
the game
PC.
as possible. So I think what we'll need to do is get back together and rally as a team and look at our min spec requirements and see how they're looking and if there's things that we want to do to adjust them. And that is, I think, the core answer to that question is we do care about making sure that as many people can play as possible. At some point, we do need to make whatever that cutoff line is. For example, when we were talking about consoles, we're not going to go and develop DEADROP for last gen like PS4 or Xbox One family of consoles. But PC, it's got a wide spectrum. So we're trying to find that right min spec, and we'll just have to evaluate what our current min spec is to see if it's at the right level where it needs to be to get the most people in.
Yeah, an important note to that is a lot of the work the art team did in Snapshot 2 was focused on optimizing and finding the best workflow optimization for final art. So you will notice, and I've seen people commenting it on in the Twitch streams of Snapshot 2, is that the firing ranges and the player hideout has already been refined. And a lot of that work was about, hey, let's see what it takes from an optimization standpoint to take something from 80% to 100%. And now that we know that, how can we apply that moving forward to every space that we build out in Fully Arts? And that's the stuff that's going to allow us to sort of start unlocking those more optimized settings, right? The mid,
Make it a little faster.
low, and
a little
so, just so
faster.
you know, a lot of the work on the art side and the tech art side from Howard and the team, this snapshot was doing those investigations and that work. And that's the work that sort of, it's unsung, right? It happens in the background. It doesn't show up on stream. It just doesn't get mentioned in the variant guide. There's no like hoopla of like, hey, we looked how to optimize frame rate on the background from 0% to 5%. But it's meaningful. And in the long run, it matters because those stack, right? Those gains that you get stack. And a lot of that was done in Snapshot 2 that you can't see. That's going to help us make sure that we are optimizing future snapshots as we go instead of retroactively.
Yeah,
so thank you, Howard, the unsung hero.
Ooh.
Makes sense.
All right. Ooh, someone just wants to give us $50 to play the snapshots.
Yeah. Hey, man, you know what? We've always said that this is a marathon, not a race. We opened up the first access pass to founders, right? The first 10,000. Just recently, we let those 10,000 who maybe got in for different reasons to decide like, hey, maybe I want to hand over my access pass to somebody else, right? So they're able to sell it to somebody else if they want it. The plan is we will introduce more variants into the fold. But right now, the key thing is making sure that we take care of the variants that we have, we get the meaningful feedback, and then once we have a few snapshots under our belts and we've built out some of the tools for collecting that feedback, understanding that balance between listening and acting and reacting, which we're doing. We're learning every single day. Then it will come time to start opening it up a little bit more, right? And that application process was intense. So we know very clearly who every single person who applied is. So as we get more into the PvP competitive space where it's like we're getting into the nitty gritty of like very detailed gun balance between different classes and advanced movement states, that's when we're going to start going back to that well and being like, all right, what are some more voices and opinions we can get in here that are maybe more focused on that side of stuff? So we don't have a date on when we're opening up the next access pass, but it's definitely coming. It's going to be when it's right and when it's needed. We're not in a rush. It's not a way to monetize. It's not a way for us to fund anything. So we're going to do it when it's the right time for the community. I think right now this core tight 10,000, it's still getting on its feet, right? We're still figuring out how to communicate with each other, how to really play the builds and give good constructive feedback. But I think we're close. I think we're close to knowing when we would want to open it up again. But he's right. People are waiting. People chomping at the bit, banging on the door.
It's like every day we get these questions. I know. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, people are excited. Okay, well, speaking of more people wanting to give us money, so this is a great question. When can you guys get shirts and merch and other cool swag? We are working on a merch store. We don't know when it's coming yet.
Hey, if you guys, I could do the merch right now. There's no MDA, MDMA, or MDMA.
From our graphic designer.
There's no
artist.
MDA, so
there's a lot of awesome looking stuff that I think you guys are gonna be stoked about. But yeah, we will definitely
make
you will
some
be the
shirts
first
right now,
to let
guys.
you know when that is stood up and when it's ready. Yeah. All right.
Making some shirts right now. Making some shirts downtown.
Any chance we could get a game dev stream in the future showing someone working on some parts of the game?
I love that.
That's so good. The thing is, it's like a lot of the team does this all day, every day. Like if you're in our private Discord, you see them just streaming and working because we are a fully remote studio.
like a lot of our development happens over live stream and like, you know, hanging out and talking to each other in Discord chat as we work. And it's just a fundamental way of how you develop games remotely. I would love to, like, if people are comfortable, right? Some people, like, they just want to zone out, listen to their music and work. But if people are comfortable doing something, I think that's a really cool idea. We should explore it.
Yeah.
I love that. I love watching people work. Like, not in like a creepy weird way. It's just, it's
Sounds
not
weird.
like I'm looking over walls and stuff, but I just like sitting in there, listening to music, chatting it up, watching somebody model or, you know, dress a level. It's entertaining. It's fun. And I think sharing that publicly is awesome.
Yeah. I think the team loves having the studio head watch them work too. It's not stressful.
Actually, Rob, do you want to just remote into my PC right now?
No,
you want to do it?
Yeah.
I just want to hang out with the boys. I just want to hang out. I
Yeah,
just
they
want
love
to
it.
see.
Oh
I think
God.
that's a great question though.
Yeah, I also love I love time lapses too, and there's no reason why we couldn't put something like that together in the future.
Yeah.
Just like a time lapse of someone, yeah, like Quinn was saying, and like Darren touched on with the art stages, right? Bringing it from block out to polish.
Yeah, I think that'd be really cool to see that.
Yeah. All right. Damn. Yeah. Aunt Curly Mane, you're just on fire with your questions today. Will weather end up playing a factor in later snapshots?
I just think they knew how to send in stuff right away.
Yeah, we have had lots of thoughts about weather, not just, you know, rain like what you've seen in Snapshot 1 and in the Hideout in Snapshot 2 as well. Not just from a visual or a mood setting, but how do we get weather to play its part in gameplay? So we have some things turning in our heads, or we're brainstorming, got some ideas and things that we want to do. We've already planned out and concepted our big outdoor area that's at the tower, so you could really get weather, have weather play a part in that experience. We've also got the world that we're building where how weather and these refiner states at the towers and what they're doing to take toxins out of the air, and how weather can play a part of that. So we feel like there is a large runway of interesting ideas, things that we could bring weather into play. That is not just for show, not just graphic fidelity, which it's great.
I wonder if they're going to do a BR.
We really
as well.
want to get into having that be part of the player's decision making. Do I want to go outside because it's weather X right now, or it's weather Y, weather Z? All these kind of things like that. We want players to really take that into account in their decision making on what they want to do when they're in the tower. So love that question. That is something that we'll talk about in the future as we get more solid in some of the plans we want to do.
Yeah, that's awesome. And for anyone that missed the first AMA, there, like, do you want to talk about sectors at all?
Yeah, we can talk a little bit about sectors. Would be nice. Sectors are what we are. So when you think of the tower, the refiner state, this mega colossal structure, and you've seen it in the Hideout, it's in the distance. You could also see it from Proving Ground in a much lower fidelity state in blockout form.
I think they're almost done.
And that tower has, I mean, the scale is huge for us. And we want that scale to be true even when you are in the tower. We're trying not to make a game that is very claustrophobic, close quarters combat all the time. We do want some of that. Like, that is crucial. We want that variety of combat. But when it comes to our sectors, those are the big areas that break up the tower. And so instead of floor 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc., there could be floor 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that are within sector 1, for example. And then sector 2 has these amount of floors. And every sector has its own theming to it, both visually, artistically, thematically, and also gameplay-wise. And so right now what we have is we're planning out all the different sectors, what role they play, how they look, color, tones, also thinking about the tower itself, the refiner state, how does it work? Like we talked about it lore-wise, but now we're actually getting into the nitty-gritty on our end. There's some exciting stuff that Darren and his crew have come up with of how does the tower work? How does it take toxins out of the air? And then what are the different stages that those toxins go through? How does that then get turned into space dust? And then how is space dust then manufactured and then shipped and all of these kind of things. So all of these need to take into account the different sectors of the tower, themes, and gameplay elements, because we want players, again, similar to the weather question, really plan out and thoughtfully take into account their decisions from not just a minute-to-minute basis, but also second-to-second basis. So that's kind of a little bit about the sectors.
Cool, thanks.
All right, that's it, I think.
That's a good one as well. How will healing work? Better yet, can you heal? This is actually very relevant to Snapshot 2 in the Proving Ground.
Yeah, so in Snapshot 2, you can heal. We've got very rudimentary like healing stations that you can go to. That is the only way you could heal in the game currently. And I think this is a good opportunity for us to highlight again that seeing things like healing and our healing loop and mechanic in such an early state, that is not necessarily indicative of how it's going to be in its quote unquote final state. This is just a way for us to get healing into the game because it's important. There's a high risk factor to this game. And for us, we wanted to get these healing stations.
This makes sense because I mean they don't even have all the items yet.
You'll see it's like a.
I mean, they're still hiring,
like
different designers and stuff like that.
Cube.
So
You have to go up to it, you interact with it for N amount of time.
It's like every
and then
little thing that you would
50
want,
health
you
points
need to put so many
and that
different
is,
things
again,
in.
that is what we have in Snapshot 2. We have bigger plans for healing as a mechanic all up. We don't want to just have healing stations for people to go to, although it is very powerful as a mechanic to get people to move around the environment in Snapshot 2. So there's learnings from that. But we want to have a whole plethora, if you will, of ways for people to heal, whether it's consumable items, location-based healing like the stations in Snapshot 2.
Wonder what happens if you fill up your inventory
thematically, similar to the sectors, different ways to heal.
I could try it.
Different
see what happens.
pros and cons. We want to get more into, like, even our health system is very early and rudimentary right now. We're going to add on to that and offer different ways for players to think about how they're taking damage, think about how to heal. What is the best way to heal? I have healing items A, B, C, and which one should I use at this point in time? So there's lots of things, big plans that we have for healing. But yes, there's healing in Snapshot 2. Very simply put, just look for the blue colored phone booths, if you will, and that's where you get to heal in Snapshot 2. But much bigger plans on the horizon. And this is, again, we want to hear from everyone as you play. Tell us what you think.
Okay. Yeah, yes, of course.
I think the big takeaway and core to the philosophy of healing in the future game is that regardless of how we do it, and there might be a number of ways that you can do it, they all require an action, right? And what we're not doing is we're not doing that regenerative health where you don't have to do anything but hide and sort of recoup your health. Like, I think a lot of the things we're talking about, whether it's consumables or you have to get somewhere, like they all require some sort of action, risk, reward from the player to do it, which I think is exciting. And all the different ways you could heal and all the different, like Quinn said, like that's up to debate, right? We're gonna try stuff out, give us feedback on it, like let us know what you think of the health stations. Even though right now we think of them as a temporary solution to get us to consumables, maybe they exist in the final game if we're all digging it and loving it, and there's super high risk areas that should justify something like that. That's the exciting part. Do we have one last question?
We got one more. Yep.
Nice. Okay.
What can we expect from Snapshot 3?
There we go. That's a good question.
Man,
it's a great question to end on.
This is a big one. I think things that you could expect is definitely improvements from what we've got now. Like you could see that already. If you see Snapshot 2, we just built upon what was in Snapshot 1. And that's what it is. We're always adding. It's an additive thing that we're doing here. And the game is going to get bigger and bigger and more refined, more polished, features, all that thing coming in. So that, I just wanted to say that all up, like just very generally, that's something to expect is we're going to be adding more and more and more. Now, to that, you think of things that came online for Snapshot 2 with more weapons and everything. I think it's safe to, like when you look at what earlier in the stream when we had Allison get up there and she talked about the data and the findings, and one of the things that people wanted the most was a sniper rifle weapon. Well, that's something we're definitely considering now, is talking about, okay, well, if people really want a sniper rifle, that is a hole we're missing in our family of weaponry. So that's something we're really considering to bring in Snapshot 3. So we're looking at that. Something else that we're really looking at,
I think they also have to worry about UI
how do we
with
make
that.
our movement feel better and more interesting, really reward the player. And so that's getting, we're looking into more verbs of how you can move, things of that nature. So we want to provide players more options and opportunities to move, even though we're still that game that is tactical. We want our pacing to be deliberate. We're not playing a game where people are like cracked out of their minds and everything like that. So it's still very much that type of stop and pop and less run and gun kind of shooter.
What is going
game.
on? They're laughing at something.
But with
over
that
there.
being said, we want our movement to feel fluid, interesting, and reward the player for decision making based on the level design and the environment they're in. And that also gets back to the sector conversation as well, where we want sectors to play differently as well, taking into account the movement verbs that you have. So those are some of the things that you could expect to see. And in particular, it's like, weapons, looking at a sniper rifle, and definitely new ways to to move around the environment, not just your intrinsic player abilities. You know, like a classic one is like a slide, something that feels good, from sprinting to crouch to transition state. But even like, hey, what are some things in the environment that we could add for players to traverse besides having to go up staircases and ramps and things like that? So maybe I've said too much, but that's okay. That's how we roll at Midnight Society. We're pretty transparent. We love these Q&As. We love talking with the founders and trying to be as open as possible. And that's how we feel really convicted on how we're trying to change the industry. So I'll just get off my soapbox right there.
Is there anything else that we can, any other little pieces of info that we can drop about the next snapshot?
No, I think, you know, the most important thing.
The answer is yes.
Yeah.
Wrong. You're
yes.
wrong.
Yes. As I think about it, yes. The great thing about these snapshots is, you know, we're always building on it. We're always finding ways to connect with the fans. I think the general ideal here is that we want a good mixture of doing events like we did in LA, where we all get together and hang out. Events like we're doing right now, where we're at, you know, the comforts of our homes, so we can play the build together. We can get online. We can stream it together. We can have meaningful and still find ways to do this, connect with you, answer your questions, let you know what we're thinking, what we added, why we added it, give you context, and also give you an inside peek to the game development. I think for Snapshot 3, we have a lot of really cool refinements planned, a lot of cool additions to player movement stuff like Quinn talked about, and I would love to see us get back together again. We're working on details on where, when, how to do it. But, you know, I think those moments have an energy to them, right? When we can all get in the same room together and hang out, it's powerful. And we want to do that as often as possible and have a good balance between the both. So keep an eye out for news on that as we get a little further along and can make some announcements. But we're pushing forward and we can't wait to get to Snapshot 3. But right now, I need to go jump on Snapshot 2 and actually play this bit.
Yeah, so we're all going to be in Discord if you guys want to head over. Thanks for joining us. We all have our own dedicated channels, I believe, under DEADROP. So yeah, there's 10. It's a 10-person channel. So you can 9 people plus whoever the dev is.
Love it. All right, we'll see you guys out there.
All right,
bye.
See you, everyone.
There you
go. Bye.
Bye.
That's it. Okie dokie. Let's see, let's get rid of the display. Okay, I'm on the wrong thing. Okay. There we go. Hold on, where the hell did it extract? Oh, is it here? There it is. Okay, found it. Let's get in it, since there's probably gonna be a bunch of people in there. Let's see what they're saying. Let's get in some voice comms here.
Put into their bag, you open their bag, and you take all their stuff. You just click on it, and it empties the bag. When the bag is empty, it disappears.
Okay.
Come down here, dude, with that big ass gun. I'll shoot you too. I hear you.
I have a comic. Does anybody else see the comic? Does anybody else have a comic?
I have a comic.
Does that happen when you get? No, don't. I just
it's a.
Come on, brother.
It's a random loot item.
You could not. Oh, okay. Well, that's disrespectful and rude, and I don't appreciate that. But I respect you for your decision. I think they had an assault rifle and they cheated. So yeah.
I see someone's extraction point. will be my shit might be mine when it comes time to go.
You guys know that all the devs have their own channel and they're all in there.
What? There's a
yeah.
channel?
Yeah, they each have their own channel.
What? That's kind of cool.
Well, that's what they said on in the video, that they're gonna go to. There's 10 max. The devs will be playing.
It's funny because like, how is Doc gonna like? I guess he's not be in character. He's just out of character.
Oh man.
Change this.
I got someone right above me. I'm coming after you, dude.
I got kicked again.
I don't know how well this gun's going to react from long distance. That gun sucks from long range. I was in the 30 feet zone. That gun did not work very well.
Tab. Keep on forgetting it's tab. Yeah, the comic you're talking about, is it like does it look like Dr. Disrespect that's wearing a t-shirt of Dr. Disrespect?
Oh man.
That's what it looks like to me.
I'm downloading the Snapchat right now, so I want to try to play on a controller. I'm really interested to see how.
Just go for it.
It handles.
It worked with. It doesn't, you know.
I have my scuff plugged in, so we'll see.
It moved around, in other words.
Right. Yeah. Taking a little bit to download. It must be a little slow.
How do I play the what you guys are playing right now? Because it took me back to like the beginning, like the first snapshot of the game. Like, how do you get to that zone where you guys are at?
Oh, after you log in, you'll see like your variant in like the stats. Next to it, there'll be like a little icon that says snapshot.
Exactly, and I downloaded the moon, and I have all those files, but it's not like that version that you guys are playing. It's not letting me like get in there.
Did you extract it?
Yes, I did. And like I'm right here, and it says like I'm in the menu, and it says DEADROP, and it says to enter, and that's all it shows me.
I haven't downloaded the new snapshot yet, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know
exactly what it looks like.
Go into the doors
it
to your
worked for
left
me.
hand side, mate.
Is it a red icon? Because the new one's red.
Yes, it's new. It's like it says moon on it.
Yeah.
Yes, I was there, and then like I start with a pistol instead of the assault rifle. But...
Yeah. Oh, scared me. Whoever I killed.
I think they have some of the death channels.
No! That was my first death.
If you're having trouble, I think. Hold on, mine's about to be completed right now, so might be able to help Now, hopefully, last time I ran this game, my PC fucking overheated. Like, for some reason, I have no idea why. Right now, I'm getting 353 frames per second, so that's really good.
Ain't too bad at all.
Alright, log in.
Taking my pistol. Let's get in it.
I still love that
Let's get
music.
in.
Oh my god, that music is dope as shit.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah, they're doing really good on it.
Alright, so I'm in there. Let's see what my temperature's at now. Still kind of high, honestly. Wait, how do I...
Hopefully I do better this time.
FOV. Are y'all maxing your FOV out and you're turning it like 105 or something?
I got mine at 110.
110?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess just put down your graphic settings so you're not...
I mean... I have a 6800 XT, so it should be fine.
Oh, okay.
But the junction temperature is at like 79 degrees right now, though. I don't know why it does that. How do I get my controller to work?
Mine just worked. Let's see if it does.
I'm trying it. I don't see
Yeah,
it.
mine's working.
Is it?
Yeah, I can shoot.
Oh, what the hell?
I can reload. I can
Mine's
run.
plugged into my PC like how it is regularly. You know, it's not working, but I don't know.
And jump. I mean, it doesn't. Yeah, mine's just because I'm plugged in. Maybe that's why.
I mean, yeah, mine's plugged in too. Well,
Yeah,
let's
I mean,
see.
I'm
Hold
running
on.
around with it.
I'm gonna
I mean, there's
unplug it and then plug it back in.
there's gonna be no aim assist though, so it's gonna be a pain.
Do I have to actually be in the? Do I have to tab and like actually go into the proving ground, or can you just do it from the?
No,
main?
I was just doing it from the main. I just tried it. I just have a controller next to me for driving. Just
Yeah, mine's not
just
working.
works. Yeah, mine just works for some reason.
What kind of controller did you plug in?
It's a cheap one.
Is it just like a regular like PS5 controller or something?
Yeah, it's a generic one that got for $17 on Amazon.
Yeah,
I don't usually play with controller, so I only use it for like driving cars and stuff like that.
Yeah, my junction temperature is at 84.
Come on! Come on, game!
That's not PC.
I mean, I can't even get into a game, so.
So question. I'm here. I'm in the menu, right, where I have my profile, my founder's profile. I go where it says DEADROP,
and
then it says DEADROP snapshots, and it says Proving Grounds update. That's the one that I download.
There should only be one snapshot on the website right now.
Yeah, it says snapshot CL3184.
Yeah, that's it. So you have to download that, and once it's downloaded, then you extract. Just hit extract all files, and then you have to start the moon.exe. And And then after that, when you get in the game, you just press tab and you can click play to play the proving ground.
All right. So I'm extracting the file. It says like the file is moon. It's literally just called moon.
Yeah, it's just moon.exe. And you double click that and application should start. It says I'm using 12,400 megabytes of my RAM right now. Is that accurate? That's insane. So much RAM.
I think they're above me.
Oh,
Whoa! Oh, they got me.
I got it, guys. Thank you.
Did you kill me?
Oh, they don't have the tab to hold instead now.
Oh, by the way, this is what it's supposed to look like. The aesthetics.
So the stash, you get it in game, right? Once you extract.
But hey, thanks everybody for hanging out. I'm gonna end this here. I'm gonna play a little bit of it. Just chill. Appreciate everybody for hanging out. And until next time, I'll probably stream this on Twitch as well. Daft Digit. All right.